Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to the channel on this Monday night. I just thought I figure I'd go live, hang out, chill out with you guys for a bit, talk about some stuff that happened in the news. Not much happens in entertainment news anymore, so I figured why not go live and talk about some stuff and get your thoughts behind some of it. And yeah, just chat with you guys, hang out with you guys, see what's going on. We got Zero Rewind in the house. Hello, thank you for being here. We got 16-Bit Mascot. Hi. Yeah, he says, let me guess, the Matrix, the Great Reboot. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that tonight. The title of the Matrix leak. My cat is here. I don't know if you can't see her. She's over there, but I'll get her later if she's being bad. I'll go and pick her up. You guys want to see the kitty? Okay, well we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah. So the Matrix, apparently, the Matrix 4 title has been leaked. Has been leaked. And we'll get into that. Zero Rewind says Matrix 4 wouldn't miss this for the world. Haha. Yeah, I know, right? This is gonna be great. My theory was gonna be Matrix 4 trans Matrix or something to do with trans, but I wasn't right. We got Elvis in the house. Hello, Elvis. Thank you for being here. Shane. Hi, Shane. Thank you for being here. Titan's here. Says, Hulk smash that like button. Please, everybody. Yeah, do that. We've got Adriana in the house. Hello, Adriana. Big supporter of my channel. I appreciate you being here. And Runner's here. Hi, Runner. Says, hey, Nina, don't worry. You're not muted. Yeah, I checked. I usually only need to be... I usually only mess up once, maybe twice. I don't know, but I learn pretty quickly. And I don't know if you guys know, but I do highlights for my Infinite Hope live streams that for people who can't catch everything. So I did a little bit of a kind of like a blooper reel for this week's highlights because last week I did definitely have a lot of bloopers during the live stream, including that big moment of me being muted for the whole first intro. So yeah, no, I'm not muted now. Thank God. You guys can hear me. Zero Rewind wants to see the cat. Okay, let me get her. Where'd she go? Oh no. Hang on. Let's see. Hold on. She's doing here. Okay, so here's my cat. She was actually being really bad right now. She was going into things she was not supposed to be going into. Say hi to everyone. Hi. Watch her like scratch me right now, and then you guys will have a lot to make fun of. No, I'm just joking. She never scratches me. She's a good kitty. Hi, baby. She's a beautiful baby girl. Yeah, this is my kitty cat. She's my baby. She's like all excited right now. Like, what's going on? What's going on, Mama? This is Mama's workplace. How are you? You want to just chill with me for a minute? No? Because you can leave. Just don't be bad. Jesus. Okay. Just don't be bad. Don't go into weird stuff in the office. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, she's my kitty. Oh, I know. She's so cute, right? Thank you. Yeah, I love her. She's my baby. Soul Assassin's here. Hi, says cat stream now. Yeah, she's so cute. Hi, Roger, says kitty. I know. I'm a huge kitty fan because she's the best. Cats are the best. Let me just scroll up because there was more comments. Shane says Matrix 4 Neo trains his seeing eye dog. Oh, geez. Hi, Larry. Larry says Matrix 4, free more than we wanted. Um, Disagree a little bit because I'm a huge fan of the Matrix um, movies. I mean, obviously the first one's my favorite. I mean, the first one just stands apart on its own in terms of sci-fi movies and everything like that. But I'm a huge fan of the Matrix. I like the trilogy. I didn't mind uh, Reloaded. Yeah, Reloaded. The second one I didn't mind. Revolutions was, but it was. I mean, it was an ending, so it was like whatever. I didn't mind it. I cried a lot when Trinity died. I was like, I cried. But I mean, the first one is just it's not even comparable to the other ones. But my thing is like Matrix 4 has always been the animatrix for me. So I feel like this movie that's coming out is actually Matrix 5 a little bit. I feel like the Matrix 4 adds a lot to the story, especially even like prequel wise. So if you guys haven't seen the Animatrix, I would highly recommend it. It's great. But Matrix 4, I'm not excited about. This whole thing is just, I don't know. I mean, I love Keanu Reeves, so I don't know. I'm gonna watch it, but I just don't know though. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be good. Runner says, I don't care about Matrix 4, probably going to be woke. That's exactly why I don't think it's going to be good, because I think it's going to be really woke, weird, and they're just putting their weirdo politics into it, and I don't really like that. I don't care for that in sci-fi, because I feel like sci-fi needs to be, out there. Stuff we don't care about in our world, stuff we don't really talk about in our, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, no. Matrix 4, out of ammo. That cannot be, because it's the Matrix. You can't run out of ammo in the Matrix. Yeah, so Zero Everyone says I saw the reel. Yeah, well, you gotta own it, right? Hey, Stony One. I think I said hi. But yeah, so let's see. We got, D-Man. Hi, D-Man. Matrix 4, Hollywood has run out of ideas. Yeah, that is definitely true. They have run out of ideas for sure. And this whole thing that, like, when the Wachowski, and I think it's only one of them that's working on it, because I think they've had a falling out from the rumor mill, that the brothers, or should I say sisters, now have had a fallout. So now they're not directing it together. Only one of them is doing Matrix 4. And this whole thing about them putting their, weird politics, like the trans politics onto it. I'm like, like how they were, like one of them said something about the Matrix being like a trans allegory, like the original, the first one that they made. And I was like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Sorry, it just wasn't. Elvis says, but isn't the Matrix a version of a global unity? So they're gonna turn Zion into the bad guys, red pill and stuff. Well, the thing is, Elvis, like, for example, this is why I say the Animatrix is important, and that was also part of Matrix Reloaded. Like the second one talked about how there's infinite matrices. There's different matrices. So there's been many models of the Matrix. So they all have different storylines. They all have different things that they did. And sometimes Zion was the bad guy. Sometimes, they made different choices. So, like, there's just, I don't know. That's a weird thing to get into. But I feel like that's the beauty about that kind of story, is that you can go anywhere with it, because you have infinite choices, if you will. Bone says Tommy just posted a Silent Infinity video. That's good for him. He needs content. Matrix 4, Shang-Chi's Matrix 4 confused yet. That's how I felt about Tenet. I was like, what the hell is this? When I could hear the movie, I was like, what? So Tenet was one of those movies where you were like, this dude just tried too hard to like confuse everybody. It's like, you don't need to try that hard. Like, when you're like, when you go to a party and you have one of those people that's like there and they're like, they just try to be like the smartest person in the room. And you're like, dude, you're just coming off as a know-it-all. Like, just, get out of here. That's how Tenet felt like to me. It's like, dude, no. I feel like Inception was his best work. I don't think Tenet, but yeah, like I should probably catch up with a chat here. Let me scroll down again. We got Jedi Bill. Hi, Jedi Bill. What's going on? Says, hello, cats are awesome. They are. Jedi Bill does a really cool stream in the middle of the night. He's got these like insomnia streams going on. And sometimes he has really cool guests. So if you guys are night owls like I am, yeah, sub to Jedi Bill because he's got some, he does cool midnight streams. Hi, Curtis. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Steven's here. Hi, Steven. Thank you for being here. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, what's going on? How are you? I'm glad that you're here. Let me see. Okay, sorry. I just got messaged by someone I asked to come on the show, but I think she's having internet problems. Ooh, she won't be able to make it because she's having internet problems. Oh, well. Just replying back because that's what I do. I reply back to people, most people. I'm sorry. Soul Assassin says The Animatrix was a good film. I think so too. It was great. It was a collection of many little moments, and it was great. Roger says The Animatrix comes with a great documentary of the history of anime. That's interesting. I don't know if I've seen that. 16-bit mascot says, my big issue with Matrix trilogy is that they never saved anyone from the Matrix. All those folks were just still in it at the end, despite Neo saying he'd wake them up at the end of film 1. So here's the thing. It's not about, this is what I feel like the Matrix is never about them waking you up. There has to be something within you that wants to wake up. This is why Neo woke up, because he, as Mr. Anderson, always felt like there was something wrong and wanted to wake up. That's kind of like a key thing in the Matrix. So I feel like if you don't have that spark, you kind of don't make the cut. So there's no really way of waking everybody up, because some people won't want to wake up. They'll just want to go back to sleep. It's just like, that's just like the way it is. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Runner says, I'm more excited for the new Mortal Kombat movie, to be honest. I didn't even know they were making one, Runner, but it goes to show that Hollywood has really ran out of ideas. Oh, man. Soul Assassin says, multiverse Matrix. Yeah, I'm about that. I'm all about that. Hello, Kiss the Sky. Hello. Everyone feels like sheesh. I'm not sure what that means, but hello. Thank you for being here. Mama Bear says, it's not like any of them looked that different from their real selves. Nobody suddenly got long hair or a big booty in the Matrix. Yeah, I guess that's kind of true. Yeah, that's a little true. But I think you could do that if you wanted to. I was always surprised that, like, for example, Cypher didn't like grow hair or something. Like, I would have been like, I don't want to be bald. give me some hair when I'm in the Matrix. Shane G says, never seen Tenet, kind of think Chris Nolan is overrated. Hated Dunkirk. That's how I felt about Tenet in general. I thought it was overrated, convoluted. He tried to do too much with the sound mixing, barely got through. I think my favorite Chris Nolan work, other than his Batman one, has been Interstellar. I really enjoyed Interstellar. Of course I would. Like Nina Infinity, hello. Yeah, I liked Interstellar a lot. I liked Inception a lot. I think Inception is his best work by far. But Tenet, I wasn't feeling it, man. I was like, this movie's stupid as shit, but whatever. It's everybody. It's to each their own. To each their own. Runner says watching Tenet at a theater is so much better than watching it at home. Disagree. Hard disagree again, Runner. Simply because of what happened with the sound. Because the sound was so bad in the theater. In fact, it might be better at home because you can actually put on subtitles and be able to understand what the hell is going on. Hey, Justin. Hi, Justin Proper says, I heard Tenet was very confusing. I don't have the time for confusing plots. It wasn't just that it was confusing. Like, I've watched good confusing movies like Memento. Like, Memento is supposed to be confusing. It was great. It confused you, but to a point where you're like, okay, I understand. I'm following along. The Matrix was a little confusing for some people, but you can follow along like the original Matrix. There's certain movies. Inception, Chris Nolan's Inception was confusing, but you're still kind of following along. There's a momentum, right? Like, but Tenet was he just tried to cram like everything in this movie. And you're like, dude, like, calm down. No, like just, and then on top of it, like he did like his weird sound mixing and I was just like, dude, come on, man, just calm down. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Runner says Inception's my favorite Nolan movie. Yeah, I think so. I think mine I think mine's Inception too. It was much better. It was just much better. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Christy? Thank you for being here. I'm glad that you're here. And yeah, glad to see you. Hi, Kai. Hi. Thanks for being here. Kek is here. Hi, Kek. So yeah, let me just okay. Let's see. What? I just saw Justin saying, why do people cream their pants over Christopher Nolan? They're almost as annoying as the Snyder Cut weirdos. I see. That's the other thing. I'm not a huge Snyder fan myself either. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy some of his stuff because he's got a style and I like his style. For some things, like I wasn't a huge like dark Superman fan, so I was like, okay, whatever. And I'll still watch the new Snyder Cut, but I've never been one of those people that gets like so into directors. Like I remember like back in the day when people like Steven Spielberg had like a cult following, and so did Cameron, and I've just never been one of those people that's like, yeah, this person is like, freaking the next coming. I'm like, I don't know. There's just people that have a vision that just make a movie. I hear you though about Nolan because I don't know, and then he just like that whole thing with the sound mixing, man. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just stick to what works. When people can hear your movie, that's a good thing. Hey, Taravati, good to see you. Says I didn't even care about Tenet. Yeah, I don't know. Tenet wasn't my cup of tea, that's for sure. Soul Assassin says I remember seeing Matrix 3 in the theaters and a lot of people in black leather. I was one of them. I had these awesome black leather pants, and yeah, I'd still rock that if I still had it. I couldn't do it here because it's way too hot. If you guys have ever seen Friends, with that episode where Ross has like basically he's wearing leather and then it's too hot and then he has to like take off his pants in the middle of the day because he has like all these problems with the heat. It's true. You can get really, really hot in leather. That's why bikers wear leather pants on bikes, especially in cold areas, because it's really hot. So you can get it keeps the heat in. Runner says Memento was good. I agree. Memento was a great movie. Mads Mama Bear says, thing was, how they looked in the Matrix was their residual self-image. If it was an allegory, someone wouldn't have been a different gender, or someone would have been a different gender. And I think that's where they're going with it this time. I think it's gonna be like that this time. I think they're gonna go in that direction. People are gonna be different. Sexes, like I like when it first came out, like when the idea of it first was floating around that, oh yeah, Matrix 4 is coming out. I was talking to my husband and I was like, so it's basically going to be like, this is man Trinity. They're going to have like Trinity as a man and Neo's going to be like a woman. And then they're going to be like, yeah, it's like, they're just men and women now, like everywhere in the Matrix, you can just switch sex and all the stuff. And it's probably going to be what it's like. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Like, I don't know. We'll find out. I hardly doubt that Keanu Reeves would agree to wear a skirt, but you never know. Shane G says, I recently watched 2001 A Space Odyssey. If Tenet is anywhere in that area, I think I'll skip. 2001 Space Odyssey was amazing. It's an amazing movie. I would not put Tenet in the same category personally, but I don't know. It's one of those things you're just gonna have to watch the movie to find out for yourself what it's like. Justin says Memento was my favorite Nolan film. I think Memento might be my favorite too. Memento or Inception. I don't know. It's like a really close. E-Clay says Trinity. Yeah, for sure, right? Hey, Cockney Spock. Welcome. Justin, if you want a link, let me know and I'll send you a link so you can come hang out with me. That's funny though, Trinity. That cracked me up a little bit. Justin also says that Wachowskis will make Keanu Reeves a woman. That's what the entire Matrix franchise is leading to. That's what I thought. I was like, I think that is where this is gonna go. I just feel like this is where this is leading. They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, you can Neo is a woman. That's where this is leading. And that's sad for me because, like I said, Matrix is one of my favorite. It is my favorite movie. Matrix is my favorite movie. And it's one of my favorite movies. I have so many favorite movies, but definitely one of them. I'm just sending you the link, Justin. If you want to hop on, you're more than welcome. I see that you're saying you can in a bit. So whenever you're free. But in the meantime, since we're talking about the Matrix so much, let's go to the article that talks about the purported title being leaked. Dun, dun, dun. Wait, before I do that, let me give you one of these because the title of the Matrix has been leaked. Whoa. I did that just for this. I hope you're happy. Production value. Come on, people. Right? Whoa. That was amazing. Okay, here we go. So the Matrix 4. This would be the official title of the new movie. They changed the headline on this. The headline on this was different. Let's see. Says, according to a recent leak, the Matrix 4 official, let me just zoom in on this a little bit so you guys can see what I'm reading. Okay. The title of supposedly The Matrix Resurrections. Maybe they mean erections. No. It's Resurrections. As reported by Yahoo, the title comes via a gift sent to a stylist from the Matrix 4, which was a trench coat featuring the iconic Matrix digital ring. The stylist shared the gift in a now deleted Instagram post, but it was saved by the likes of YouTuber Neo-Matrixology. Next to the trench coat was a letter that read, "During these extraordinary times, in the making of the Matrix Resurrections, we're leaving Lana and James. Additionally, parts of the digital rain on the trench coat also seem to distinguish the word Resurrections." The stylist mentioned that the gift was from directors Lana Wachowski and James McTeague. However, McTeague is only listed as a producer on IMDb. While it's important to take these leaks with a grain of salt, the employee in question is actually listed as the lead stylist for the department on The Matrix 4 Germany. And notice that it's only one sister that's doing this. So, like I said, there's been rumors that they've had a falling out. Matrix 4 is possibly Matrix Resurrections will be released in theaters via HBO Max on December 22nd, 2021. We'll see about that. Remains to be seen. Although Lawrence Fishburne has said that he will not return as Morpheus, that's not necessarily true. They didn't really invite him. That was this is false advertising. They basically shunned Lawrence Fishburne. Keanu Reeves and Carrie Ann Moss will return to their iconic roles like Neo and Trinity. I think they did the same thing to Agent Smith actually as well, because he worked around his schedule or something like that to make it work, but they still they said no thanks. Like, don't worry about it. Which is dumb. So what do you guys think? Matrix Resurrection is the new title. Hey, Vistera, hello. Says The Dark Knight is my favorite Nolan film. Plus movie of all time. That's a big statement. First movie to be like our favorite movie of all time. Hey, Stump Rat says, Justin, oh my God, most boring movie ever. Oh, it's funny. Yes, we are going to be talking about this next. Dustin Diamond, may he rest in peace. We're going to talk about that because I have memories of Saved by the Bell that we can talk about because I grew up on that. I grew up on Saved by the Bell. But yeah, so Resurrections. Yay, woke Matrix 4 reparations. Hey, Dustin, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good to see you. Welcome to my channel.
It looks nice in here.
Isn't it so nice? It's pretty.
It is nice. It looks very nice. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad you're here. So what did you think of the new title for The Matrix? The Matrix Resurrection.
I actually didn't know about this until you had just revealed to me this revelation, no pun intended. But no, it I don't know. I hope it's not it. If it is, okay. But I just remember. Don't you remember like the late '90s, early 2000s, where every other movie had resurrection at the end of their franchise?
Like Star Trek. Star Trek Resurrection was a bad movie.
I thought that was Insurrection.
Oh wait, that is Insurrection. That's right.
Yeah. No, there were just all these movies that had like resurrection at the end of it. I'm just like, oh, that's kind of a little cliche, a little silly. I don't like Alien Resurrection.
Oh yeah, Alien Resurrection.
Halloween Resurrection, and I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get great vibes from that.
I don't get it either. But resurrection, that's the other thing too. Like that has a lot of connotations to it because what are they saying is being resurrected? Like
I don't know. I don't remember the last two movies because I didn't really like them very much.
Well, the last movie, I guess it's more important to this because this is the next one. But like basically in the last movie, Neo sacrificed himself. Well, they all did to end the Matrix. So, and then like you had that last scene with the Oracle and the architect speaking about how like for now it's ended because they're not going to basically kind of like they're not going to use humans as much. Like the ones that want to wake up, they'll let wake up. The ones that don't want to wake up, they'll just like keep feeding on kind of thing. And the architect was saying like, you know, it's a choice and we'll come back to this in a little while because you know how the Matrix could just keeps going and going and going. And that was basically the message that it's gonna happen again. So kind of like I was saying earlier in the stream about the Animatrix, because the Animatrix talks about the different matrices that exist. So
Right.
I don't know. I guess we'll see how they go about with everything. But I think Neo's gonna be a girl. I just have a feeling.
Well, it makes sense because the Wachowskis used to be the Wachowski brothers. Now the Wachowski sisters. I'm almost, if that's something that I guess Lana is the only one, that makes me upset. Wachowskis broke up. That makes me sad.
It's weird.
Yeah, and they're not like, I've never been one to like just be like, they're not like SJWs or anything. They don't like, as far as I know, I've never attacked fans or whatever. They
haven't attacked fans. They just came out and were like, well, you know that movie you really loved that we made called The Matrix? It was all a trans allegory. So like for people like me who are not that and didn't see anything like that in the movie, basically like everything I've ever envisioned The Matrix to be, I was wrong about because it was all a trans allegory.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not even that I don't even feel like they are doing this for the sake of woke points or whatever. Like, if that's what it turns out to be, then I'm like, well, you guys made it. It's yours. It's not like someone else is coming in. So I can't get mad at that. Like, I don't know. A lot of people will just be like, oh, it's going woke and stuff. I'm just like, well, I mean, if it's them, you know,
it was always kind of woke. It was a little bit woke from the beginning, but
right, as long as it just doesn't like ruin anything, then
it will, I'm sure.
I don't know. I don't know.
2022. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it and find out. I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like, I'm not watching this. Like actually, somebody in this chat said that I'm not watching this trash fire. I'm like, there it is. I will never watch this trash, says Taravati. I think I'm going to give it a chance. I mean, I love Keanu Reeves, and The Matrix is my favorite movie, so I will watch it. I will pretty much watch anything, and like unless it's just complete like. Just no, like The Mandalorian. I'm not interested in Disney Star Wars. That's the only reason I'm not watching anything Star Wars right now. If they if Disney sells like, you know, Star Wars to like Sony or something, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm back.
I don't see that happening.
That's never going to happen. I'm just saying.
They're fighting over Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh no, it's never happening. It's never happening. I'm just saying that's the only reason I don't watch Star Wars is because it's owned by Disney. Zakrod's here. Hi, Zakrod.
Taravati said something pretty interesting. They said, wow.
Says, I'm trans and it was not an allegory for it. Not at all. Well, there you go. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate you speaking up about this because I really felt bad when that person, Lana, or I don't know if it was Lana or the other one, said that. I was like,
Lana?
Yeah, like when one of the directors said that about it being a trans allegory. And I was like, what? No.
Maybe that's why they probably broke up or like they stopped, you know, making movies together, or at least this one. Because maybe Lily is just like, no, I don't think it's about that. But Lana, you go ahead and make that movie, see how it goes. I'll just sit back here and...
You're right. There's definitely been some sort of creative differences or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Now I'm curious which one of them came out first because I think it was Lana.
Pretty sure it was Lana that came out first.
Okay, so definitely taking that direction, I believe. So
16-bit mascot. Sorry, I had to mute myself because my neighbor's dog's outside just barking really loud.
Oh, that's okay.
They needed a shot of that chamber of battery people like Neo, except all of them are waking up, not just one guy. I don't. They needed a shot of that chamber of battery people like Neo, except all of them are waking up, not just one guy. I think they're waking up in basically depending on if they want to wake up or not. It's kind of like the story of the kid in the Animatrix. You know how if you ever watch the Animatrix, there's a story. There's like I think it's the third or fourth one. It's called The Kid, and he wakes up. And then he's always like telling Neo, you saved me, you saved me. And Neo's always like, no, you saved yourself. It's because of that thing. You have to have that splinter in your mind in order to be able to wake up from the Matrix. And the ones that do in the third one, they basically said that like more people can wake up now if they're able to. Like we're not going to send like agents after them anymore. You know how they used to like in the first one when Mr. Anderson was waking up and then they send the like agents after them. And like, you know, you introduced Agent Smith and blah, 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 because they want to keep the people in the Matrix. They weren't going to send people after you anymore. If you wanted to wake up, you could wake up. That was the whole kind of premise of where like it ended. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll rewatch it again, see if I can watch it with new eyes. Kai says going woke is not it. Or not, it's going to be stupid and convoluted. The Wachowskis have completely lost their artistic integrity.
Why do you say that? Nice mug, by the way.
Thank you.
Where'd you get it at Universal? Or?
Yeah, I got it at Universal.
Nice.
At the Disney, or not, the Simpson Land. The Simpson
Land. In Florida?
Mm-mm.
Oh, back in LA?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm torn. I missed the Back to the Future ride, but I don't hate The Simpsons, so mixed feelings there.
Well, I know, right? I know. I love that Simpsons place in there.
It's fun. I enjoy it.
I don't know if they've completely lost their artistic integrity. For one, I'm not a fan of Sense8, the series, which is something that they made. And the reason I'm not a fan of it is because although it was a really interesting idea, and that's why I started watching it, because I thought it was a really interesting idea, I thought they went a little too far with the whole, like, because they were constantly all having an orgy, and it was like a constant, like, you know, like having sex with each other. And I was just like, okay, like, we get the idea, man. Like, can we move on? And it was like, they didn't focus on the story as much as like, let's focus on these people just constantly having sex together. And I was like, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. And that last shot with the dildo, like, I was like, is this seriously? This is how you guys are going to end your show and begin your show? It starts with a literal dildo and it ends with a dildo. And I was like, this is where we're going now, you guys?
That's odd.
You've never seen it, have you?
I don't want to. That's not something. Well, I don't know. That's just one of those things that it's just probably not going to be for me.
And then Kai comes back with, what? I love Sense8. So how are you saying that the Wachowskis have no artistic creativity and then you love Sense8? Because that's what they made. That's their baby.
That's a recent thing that they made.
Yeah, that's a very recent thing that they made. So
2 seasons.
Hey, Scott says Team Nina. Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, Rennie. Hi. Thanks for
Hi, everyone.
Here.
Can you guys do us a favor and hit the like button? That'd be great.
Please. Thank you. And share the stream. Hey, Matt G's here. Like, oh my God, it's Matt G. Hey, what's going on, Matt G? We got somebody named The Unwanted in the chat.
Yes, they do.
Do orgies actually happen? I feel like they don't. And if they do, it's a group of people that look like Jabba the Hutt. You know what's weird is I recently read, and I don't usually get into politics, but I just recently read an article on RT that talked about the police breaking up an orgy in France. And I thought that was funny. Like a few days ago. Let's see. Orgy.
Oh, send me that link right now.
I'm going to share it right now because
I want to see that.
Let's see here. It
definitely going to be a part of the funny section of my stream. this Thursday.
You're talking about This Week in BS?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll send you this.
Hey, sometimes
Yes.
these stories just fall out of the sky, and it's like, thank you, Jesus.
Well, yeah, just so you guys know, Justin has his own channel and he does a show
Yep.
on Thursdays called This Week in BS. So if you're not subscribed to Justin, please go and subscribe and check out his show because it's funny. So here it is.
We gotta have you on sometime. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we should definitely hang out more. So it says French police bust giant orgy inside warehouse, find 90 plus people for breaking the COOF curfew.
They're just mad that they weren't a part of it. They didn't get the invite.
Right? These people seem kind of bitter. I feel like that's what's going on here.
What's the headline again?
The headline is French police bust giant orgy inside warehouse, find 90 plus people for breaking COOF curfew.
Wow.
Police have reportedly raided a wild party inside remote warehouse near Paris, issuing dozens of fines for violating the COOF restrictions. The event was described by the media as an orgy. According to friends, info radio station, the residents of the town Colligan, I don't know how to pronounce that, near Paris had begun suspecting that something was about to go down when they spotted cars driving to a warehouse at the edge of the A4 motorway on Friday evening. They altered the police who arrived at the site around 9 p.m. The outlet cried police sources describing the event as clearly an orgy. The officers reportedly fined 11 people at the parking lot outside the warehouse, 135 euros, which is about $164 each, for violating the curfew. BFM TV said it took police 2 hours to obtain warrant to enter the building. Once inside, officers were said to have fined 81 people for violating the curfew and sanitary protocols because they're having an orgy. Some light equipment was seized as well as alcohol.
They took their booze? Why?
Yeah, because they're party poopers. They're literally pooping on this party.
Okay. Who leaked the Facebook group invite?
I know, right?
That's like why do they have to? What's wrong with? They're consenting adults. What? Because it's a gathering or something, a large fuck off. Who cares if they want to? They want to do that. Well, let them do that. If someone has the COOF, then they'll all get the COOF, and who gives a fuck? Let them do what they want to do.
Orgy's French for Tuesday night.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's funny, Shane.
Always on a Tuesday.
Oh my God. So
Touchy
France Info
Tuesday.
reported that 4 people were taken in for questioning, but no arrests were made. According to BFM TV, 3 people were questioned. The police were
first. Sorry, go ahead.
No, they're looking for the organizers of the event. Under the current laws, people must stay home from 6 to 6 unless they need to make essential trips like picking up groceries or medicine or caring for vulnerable individuals, blah, blah, blah. We know the drill. But yeah, so there was a sort of rave. Like this was called a rave back in my day. It wasn't called an orgy, but apparently now it's called an orgy.
You know, back in my day, this was called fun.
Right? Like, no more. You're not allowed to have fun anymore.
I don't get it.
This is not a thing that people are allowed to do now.
It's like Footloose.
Stop. It totally is, Justin. I was talking about that the other night. I was like, our world is turned into Footloose. Like, we're going to have to bring back like dance and music and like be like, people used to do this thing where they moved their bodies to music,
Yeah. And then it led to what we just read about here.
Yeah. A lot of babies are made when you do that.
Yes. So many babies are not going to be born from last year.
WASDFM says having an orgy and not wearing masks. Sheesh. Well, I feel like, they could be wearing GIMP masks. Does that count?
Sure. Or if they're playing like doctor and nurse.
That's true. That's true. Runner says, Justin, make more content.
And
then
all right.
and then we have Rennie coming in hot. Shut up, Runner. Okay.
No, I'm no. Runner's fine in this. He's fine.
Yeah, he's all right. I don't disagree.
Seriously,
with
can we not just say shut up, Runner every time he talks? Just some of the time.
I'm gonna say shut up, Runner, whenever I want. Hey, Teresa.
Fair enough.
Hey, Teresa.
Hello.
Oh my God. What's the word here? Teresa, if you would like to come on, let me know and I'll send you a link. Same with you, Sport King News podcast. Scott, if you want to come on here, please let me know. But yeah, so the other thing I was going to talk about was Dustin Diamond passing away. I thought that was sad.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it came out of really nowhere. And I was like, this is kind of sad that he passed away. I know he was having a lot of problems, stabbing people and stuff. I'm not going to focus on that because he passed away. And I just wanted to pay my respects because I grew up with Saved by the Bell. I was one of those, little girls that would run home and I would watch Saved by the Bell after school. And I was really happy about, oh, damn, Rennie coming in hot. Now turning the stuff on you, and that's crazy. All right.
Hey, fair enough.
But yeah, so back to Screech. Did you watch Saved by the Bell?
I have watched it for 3 reasons. Tiffany Thiessen's face, Tiffany Thiessen's body, and Tiffany Thiessen's costumes.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I get
it. Still gorgeous. I mean,
Tiffany Thiessen. Which one was that one again?
That's Kelly Kapowski.
That's Kelly, right? Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, all 3 of them were gorgeous, but I'm like, Kelly was something else.
She was my favorite. Kelly was definitely my favorite.
Oh yeah, she's really sweet.
I definitely thought it was weird what was the other girl's name? It was Lisa, Kelly, and what was the other girl's name? The one that turned stripper?
Oh, who was it? I don't remember.
Oh, God.
I swear, I was just looking that up.
Anyone in the chat, please help us out.
She's like the so excited person.
Yeah, why am I spacing on her? Jessie.
Oh.
Jessie. Thank you, Cavatinho Chair. Thank you, Shane. When she turned, when she did the whole showgirls thing, first of all, I've seen that movie, not even joking, at least 3 or 4 times because it was, I don't know why. It was just fun. It was a fun movie.
I wasn't complaining.
And it was just such a trash fire, that movie. And I could not believe that Jessie turned stripper. And I was like, what is happening? Why is this movie happening?
I was saying, why did it happen sooner? And why couldn't all 3 of them be in the movie?
Oh my God!
Mario Lopez took off his shirt every other episode. Why can't we have some fun too?
That's also true. Did it make you I feel like her career kind of went down the drain after that, though, didn't it?
There's a lot of controversy with it. So maybe that's why. I'm not so sure. I don't know. I wasn't that old when it came out, so I don't remember what the big fuss was about. I still don't get it.
It was all the boobies. There was so much boobies.
Oh no, boobs! You've never seen those before.
There was so much boobs. That's why. Martha says it was a gross movie. It was kind of gross. it was kind of like for me, it was like a guilty pleasure because I felt really bad every time I watched it, but it was pleasurable because I was like, this
In what way? I'm curious.
it was just so bad. Like I was like this girl's doing coke off the other girl's butt. Like this is just like, what was her name? The other one, like the cokehead chick.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
I never bought that scene.
You didn't feel it, Justin? You didn't feel her pain because she was taking diet pills or something like that?
Here's the thing. I got what they were going for, but Saved by the Bell is such a cheesy, dumb show. It's such a kind of, I feel it's like a guilty pleasure, but it's so 80s for a 90s show that I don't know.
You know what? That's a perfect way of putting it. That's the perfect way of putting it.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, I was a big fan of Screech. I'm sorry.
Saved by the Bell came out in '89, though, Justin. So it was really early '90s.
But that's what he's saying. It had like the '80s feel. It had an '80s feel for a '90s show. So like it came out in '89, and I'll tell you right now, through Saved by the Bell and through Beverly Hills 90210 to this day, Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah,
I'll marry you. My wife might, have a problem, but I'll still marry her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have a wife, though, right?
I can move to some state where it's allowed to have multiple.
Okay, fair enough.
None if I do
Kelly
first.
Kapowski. Oh, God, it's so hot.
I mean, do you have one of those lists with your wife, Scott? Like, like in Friends when they're talking about you have a celebrity
the hall
list.
pass.
Yeah, you have 5 celebrities that you get a pass on.
Yeah, I'm scared of that kind of. My wife is awesome, funny, always joking around, but she has this tendency to we'll joke about something and then we'll joke it into existence, and I get in trouble. So not doing that. Not doing that.
So you're not even going to speculate about who you would have on your list.
There's only a few. Hers would be kind of random. I think I know who she would pick. Me, I would have Betty White.
Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White.
Yes.
Experience. Okay. And I would have Kelly Kapowski.
Okay.
Yep. I would have.
You got to be careful with Betty White, man, because she'll break a hip if you go too hard. Just saying.
She's a beast. She would tear you apart. I would have Jennifer Love Hewitt, circuit 1998, but she would have to be Jennifer Love Hewitt from 98.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
her
impossible.
body is a wonderland.
It's 2001 right now, so that's impossible.
This is my dream.
Okay.
This is my dream. I would want Emilia Clarke, but she would have to be Daenerys Targaryen.
Emilia Clarke, like in Daenerys Targaryen cosplay, right?
No, not just No, she has to sell me that she is. Yeah, I want the special effects. I want dragons. I want, I really want to feel like, oh my God, this is Daenerys, Stormborn, and we're about to do this,
Yeah.
What about you, Justin?
Stomprat here says, I'm going to get back to this, but Stomprat says, Nina, you're right. In a Hollywood, then, if you were in a good girl role, you kind of couldn't venture out at role model. And that's true because back then they looked down on women who branched out. They were like, no. This is the kind of role you should be playing.
Right. Do you think it was Miley Cyrus that started that kind of way for all these kids that start out like Disney or something like that? They get the good kid role and then they just go ballistic and they get out of their contract and then they kind of live their real life,
Maybe, yeah.
Because they all kind of do it now.
Thought about it. They all kind of do it now. But I mean, so did Britney, and Britney was before Miley, and she was part of the Disney Club. but she went freaking crazy after a while because of the whole. Well, she has postpartum and stuff, so I don't know if it counts.
The whole cutting the hair thing too, I think, is she had a test coming up for custody, realizing that it's just still in your hair. She shaved it. I don't think it was a crazy thing. I think she was a genius.
Do you?
Yeah.
So, Justin,
No.
getting back to that list, what do you think? Like, who would be on your list, Justin?
Kate Beckinsale.
Okay.
Kate
shit.
Beckinsale. Kate
Yes.
Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale. And
Kelly?
Kelly.
I thought Kelly was going to be on your list at least once.
oh no,
Yeah.
I was making a joke because it used to be all five slots were Kate Beckinsale,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
I'll give you. Oh hey, you know what? I saw Click and I fell in love. What can I say?
Oh my goodness.
Mine was
but,
Underworld. Underworld. I want her in the
Yeah.
leather.
Oh,
yes.
man. Talk about a chick that can pull off a leather outfit. Kate Beckinsale.
Right.
I
Talk
mean,
about a little chick too. A little chick that can
Mhm.
pull off badass. you know?
she was, I mean, yeah. And
But I feel like that's a
Italian.
cop out, though. To be honest,
What
so
do you mean?
I feel like just naming one person
Oh,
4 or 5
right.
times.
It is a cop out.
no,
It
yeah,
is.
it is
Okay,
a cop
so
out.
I'll-
You need to actually name people.
Okay.
Come on, Justin. Step up
All
your
right.
game.
All right,
Says
Kate
it's
Beckinsale.
snowing.
What was that?
Stay warm. Will says it's snowing. Stay warm.
I've already had 12 inches of snow today.
Oh.
I've been snow blowing like a madman, and it's supposed to snow. We're having a nor'easter, so it's supposed to snow until sometime tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. But I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
What are your ladies?
Please tell
Okay,
us.
so I already said Kate Beckinsale,
Mhm.
Kelly Kapowski,
Okay.
Halle Berry,
Ooh.
Alexandra Daddario.
Wait, who's that?
Yes, she was in the
The
Yeah,
Lightning Thief movies.
Yes.
Let me
San
look her up.
Andreas,
I
Baywatch.
was nervous. I was going too young. I was going to go too young.
Wait, what
There is
was her
one
name
girl.
again? Alexandra.
Daddario. It's Daddario.
Very pretty girl.
Oh
Very
yeah.
pretty girl.
Well, she's got a big mouth. So.
Oh yeah.
She got those eyes too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then who else?
The fifth person. This is gonna surprise you. Priscilla Presley.
Oh,
Okay.
that is weird.
Growing
that
up,
is
she was
surprising.
fine.
Oh no, I don't even care if it's today. It's Elton
with you.
Rock has been
Wow.
there, and so have I. I feel special.
That is really interesting.
Mhm.
I would have never guessed that name.
I would say,
gotta-
well, it's mostly because to quote one of Dave Chappelle's special, if I went down on her, it'd be like tasting history.
Oh my God, that's great. I do have my
Oh
fifth
my-
one.
Is that really surprising or something?
That was
Not at
surprising.
all.
In a
Not at all.
good way, bad way?
Even more surprising was the fact that you're like, I'll do her now. Like you didn't even give a time
Right.
limit, like the way Scott said, like Jennifer Love Hewitt and like what 90s or whatever.
99,
Yeah. Like at her prime.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
get
but I
down
understand
to her
the
now.
Priscilla Presley thing. I understand that. Like, first of all, she's Elvis's daughter. Second of all, she's
no,
always had like that.
wife.
Why?
Oh, you're talking
Wife.
Priscilla. Oh my God. Yeah, she was smoking hot.
Not Lisa Marie.
Naked Gun 33 in the third Priscilla. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean,
All right.
I get it, but she doesn't look great now. So that's why I'm like,
I
I
do
don't
have
care.
my last one. I have my last one real quick.
Yes. Will, this is the top 5 actresses or celebrities. It doesn't have to be an actress if you're gay or something, or like you're into
Yeah.
both.
Whatever you're into.
Whatever you're into. It's like the list that you would make that you would give your partner to give you a pass. Like,
Right. Yeah, I gotta think
Can
mine's
I
out
only pick
better.
5?
Hmm?
Because can I only pick
Yeah, I
5?
know, right?
Only 5. You
dudes,
only get
though.
5, man.
Oh man, well,
That's it. You can't
Oh, if
have
I
like
can't
a
pronounce the
freaking.
person's name, is that bad? So there's this
Yes.
girl. Her name is Ivana Barkurel or something like that. She was in the Shannara Chronicles or Shannara Chronicles. I don't know if you guys ever saw that show.
I've heard of it.
She is.
I'm just Googling it so I can figure out who she is. Are you talking about Ivana Baquero?
Baquero. She is Spanish.
Baquero?
She is Dime. She's a dime.
Okay, let me pull up her image here and show the good folk.
Thomas
Ooh,
Gilkey. How did I leave out Scarlett Johansson? Thomas Gilkey just put that. I feel like a moron for leaving her out.
Thank you, Thomas.
Oh my
You
God.
actually, I mean, this guy picked Betty White over freaking Scarlett Johansson. I mean,
I would do that every time.
To say.
I would do that every time. Every time.
So this is the lady that you're speaking about now.
She is a very, very good-looking young lady. She is.
No, she's beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous.
Will Gentry has his list off the top of his head. ScarJo, Margot Robbie, Rachel Stevens in her prime. I don't know who that is. Holly Valance in her prime. I don't know who that is.
Isla Fisher. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're talking Wedding Crashers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Evangeline Lilly. She was the Lost Girl, smoking hot.
She's hot. She's hot for sure. Evangeline Lilly, yes.
Yeah, but this young lassie, if you click on some of her pictures so you can get the big box, like she is someone who needs more work. That's what I'm saying. She should be out there more. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the Shannara Chronicles is coming back to MTV or whatever. It had like 2 or 3 seasons. It was interesting.
Where is I'm sure.
My dad was not a fan. He didn't like it on MTV. He read the books. Slow reader, but hey, he enjoyed it.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
so
it's just
pretty.
like, really, we should take this seriously, guys. Like, he was not happy.
She is pretty. Look at her.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't know it was top 5 people, not just. I thought it was just women. So I'm gonna have to
people.
Oh, I have to reconsider.
Whatever
I have
you're
to reconsider
into.
now.
Yeah, Justin.
Hey, Peggy.
Redo your thing.
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
it's gone by. By the way,
Yeti
hey, what's up, dude?
Now let me ask you, Justin. Would your YetiCast rock on? Let me ask you. Would yours be a mixture of men and women?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think Thomas did it kind of like how I would do it. By the way, Thomas.
Where's Thomas's? Okay, here we go. Is
Thomas knows good-looking people?
Okay, see, Henry Cavill would be my number 1 for sure.
I'm straight, and Henry Cavill might make it in my top 10.
I might even put ScarJo on my list, and I'm not really into.
She's like it goes Betty White then ScarJo.
I'm not like a huge Anne Hathaway person. I'm not gonna lie.
Not a fan.
Hathaway, I'm like, Lady Gaga, hell no. I am not into Lady Gaga in any way.
I friend-zoned her a long time ago.
Shape or form, no.
Peggy Oaks agrees with me. Betty White, I agree with.
Even have this.
Yep.
YetiCast also agree with.
Ray Fiennes,
but also Ralph Fiennes. He is Voldemort. And,
yep.
I can tell you this: Ralph Fiennes in English Patient was. Yes. English Patient, the movie was a no. I hate that movie.
Yeah, but he was a damn good looking guy in that.
He was. That was his prime. Like that, he was great looking in that movie. I was very into it. Speaking
I never
of
understand other guys like other straight men that have an issue saying a man's good looking. Like I've never had that issue. Like if someone's good looking, they're good looking. You know, like growing up, Brad Pitt, the dude was in a level all his own.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I had friends that were like, that dude, whatever, that's gay, he's ugly. Like, no, that dude is like Adonis. Like, don't tell me that dude wasn't good looking back in the day. Come on.
Tara Body says Terry Crews is sexy too. You know what? I like Terry Crews. He's really funny. I'm just not into like the huge bulk up guys. So like he's just not my taste. But like, and even Henry Cavill, I'm like, you need to tone it down a little bit, dude. Like, cause he's getting like real buff now. And I'm just like, dude, kind of tone it down. Like I get it. Like, but I don't know. I'm not into.
Who was the other guy with him in The Tudors? You ever watch The Tudors?
Yes. The Irish dude. That guy was hot.
Yeah. He was a good looking dude. What is your feeling on Norman Reedus? Because he's like I see with
Jonathan
like guy
Ray.
friends.
Jonathan Ray Myers was the guy in the.
Who's
Tudors.
that?
That's the guy.
Right. I've always noticed people like women and men that are attracted to men. you either love or dislike Norman Reedus. Some think he's sexy, some think he isn't. I always ask.
No.
Another no.
No.
No, hard pass for me.
Yeah, but some people think he is like super sexy, and I don't see it. I like him as an actor, but I just don't see it.
If you think like white trash is sexy, I guess that's sure.
I got to go for the woman who played Cersei too. She, what's her name?
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's been around for a little bit too. And
Norman Reedus, guys, I don't know if you know who he is. I'm just not into this look. Like, I'm not interested in this at all. This dude, though, the guy from Lost, I was into him when Lost was.
Who's that dude?
Oh, that's what's his name from Lost. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy, he's hot.
Sawyer was his name in Lost,
Sawyer.
I think.
Yes. He was hot. I was always like Team Sawyer when we were watching Lost, and it was like between him and Jack and like Kate.
Yep. What a great show that just
it was like the first Game of Thrones.
Yeah. It's like, and they also lied to the fans because fans were like, they're dead. And the people were like, at the very beginning, no, they're not.
Oh, they lied. They hardcore lied. And then I think the dude, what's his name? The guy that made The Leftovers. This is why I freaking never watched The Leftovers because of Lost. I was like, I'm never watching this show. The same dude that made that show made Lost, and he was like, he came out with this like whole spiel about how they had no idea what they were doing after the first season, and like basically just made it up as they went along. And I was
what an interesting premise, though. It was an interesting premise.
It was a great premise, and I was really hoping that when they started to go into the third season and they went into like the whole like quantum reality and like all this stuff, that they were going to start doing like stuff with time travel or alternate realities and like go back in time to when, you know, they built that statue of that lizard on the island, you know, like that weird statue that like we never really found out the hell was for or anything like that. Like,
are you talking Lost or are you talking The Leftovers?
No, the Lost.
Oh yeah, Lost. They took a left turn. That was a J.J. Abrams thing. That was Bad Robot. Like they took a left turn. They were like, they had no clue what to do with that show. And it started off so good. So good. And they just
I totally agree with you. Will says, what about Amy Schumer? Anyone want
to
work for the team?
No.
Hell no, dude. No.
I'd rather sleep with Melissa McCarthy. I think she would be more fun than Amy Schumer.
Yeah, Schumer never, says Jane Nolan. I mean, dude, she is gross. I
prefer Brie Larson, to be honest.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
Like hell
no.
Sucks,
but
I'll spare you the details, but it'd be a love-hate thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Will just made Yeti vomit in his mouth. Yeah. Kai says, I'd rather F a hole with spikes on the inside. My gosh. There's a lot of hate for freaking Amy Schumer. I thought I was the only one that didn't like her because
you are far from the only one.
No,
she's crazy. Annoying.
Also, like the girl who wrote Girls, the one that wrote Girls.
Lena Dunham.
Yes.
Oh God, no.
She's disgusting. Eating cake on a toilet naked. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ew, like, look, she did that.
Put it this way.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, and took a picture of it, and she's just all like, she's just gross.
I understand.
Gross.
I understand the whole idea of like body acceptance and don't body shame, but you can't force me to like a body type that I am not attracted to. And like to make it like we're being sexist because we don't want to, have that. It just aggravates the crap out of me. It's like DNA. God. It's like
I 100% agree with you. And like for me, like
oh God.
It's not like I think that
no, I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit.
It's not even like I don't think Amy Schumer is like an attractive woman or anything. Like it's not even about that. I just feel like she's so gross. Like she's like I honestly I have no respect for anything she does because for one thing, as a comedian, I feel like all she's ever talked about has been her vagina, what's been inside her vagina, how many times she's had, men do stuff to her vagina. Like, it's just all about the vagina and dicks and vagina and dicks and vagina. And it's just like, no.
There's a way to do that and not come across as just a mean-spirited person. I think Nikki Glaser does a much better job at what Amy Schumer does than Amy Schumer. Nikki Glaser, and she's really cute too. And I mean,
she name's so familiar. Why can't I think of her?
She's been on the Comedy Central roast.
Okay.
Yeah, you might recognize her from there. And she's funny.
Is she the Asian girl?
No, she is not Asian. Oh. She's a pretty blonde lady. She's a little, I think she's tall too. Let me just check.
Okay, let me see. What's her name again? Amy Glaser?
Oh, Nikki Glaser.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never even heard of this woman.
Yeah, she's funny. She's cute.
It's because she's thin. You like her. No. Like, that's what they would say to you. That's what they would say to you. I can't stand that.
Yeah, how dare you like a white, blonde, skinny woman, Justin? How dare you?
Oh,
how dare you go against your own biology, you jerk.
What?
Well, it's like you're going against your own DNA. Like, certain body types for certain men, it's like almost built in. Like, there's a certain type I like. And if you don't fit that, somebody might think you're very attractive, but I won't.
Well, it's not, I mean, people
That's
forget
not
it's not
because I'm being mean. It's just because I don't find you attractive.
Look, and well, here's the thing. Like I put Priscilla Presley in my list, not just because, I don't know. It just like, I like older women. What can I say? Yeah, you like who you like. And it's not just about just what you look like, how old you are. Well, I mean, a little bit, but it's also just how you present yourself, who you are as a person. Like, if you're just, insufferable to be around, I'm not going to want to fuck you. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but
like Chrissy Teigen.
It's all good. It's all good.
And Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah. Oh no, are we allowed to drop a couple F-bombs?
Yeah, it's totally fine. Chrissy Teigen is also not in my.
No,
like, I'm not interested in her.
Disgusting.
Especially because of all the weird stuff that goes on around her, which I'm not going to get into too much, but apparently she was into that whole thing.
I'm with you on that.
Like, yeah, she's weird. Not into that. Cavatina.
There's a girl.
An actress named Denise Laurel. She's from the Philippines. Okay, let's check out this Denise.
Well, you looked that up. What is age? I think her name's Adrian. She was on Friday Night Lights. She was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's on The Orville. It's like Adrian Pella. Oh God, I forget her name. She is gorgeous. She on
The Orville?
You know who I'm talking about?
Who's she on The Orville?
She's like the ex-girlfriend. She's the ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay. The ex-girlfriend. Like
Adrian Palicki or whatever. I don't know.
That's what I keep hearing.
This lady is pretty.
Who's that?
This chick's gorgeous. This is this Danielle.
Denise?
Denise Laurel that somebody mentioned in the chat.
Oh, wow. Who was that?
Somebody said to check her out and show her.
It was Che. I always
Cavatinho.
Brother. Yes.
Cavatinho Che. Says she's from the Philippines. So I think this lady is gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate this. Thank you.
Yeah. Palicki. Adrian Palicki. I love her.
Will says it's okay, Justin. You're among friends. You can admit it. You just want Elvis's sloppy seconds.
You know what? If you're going to get sloppy seconds, it may as well be from the King of Rock.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know they just came out with his autopsy showing he was constipated for 4 months?
He didn't shit for 4 months?
No wonder oh my God, that sucks. Will Gentry says there are too many smoking hot chicks for me to pick 5. I just can't do it. Well, that's the point of the list. Like, you have to do only 5 because, you know, like, well, you can't have like 40 people on your list that you want to have sex with, other than like your, like, you know, your better half, or like your, your other half. Like, they have to be really good looking, and you have to really want to. It has to be a type 5 kind of scenario. You can't just go ahead and cheat on your loved one like every other, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're single, it doesn't matter.
no, if you're single, it doesn't matter, because then you don't even need a list. Like, why would you need a list? The list
True.
is only for people who have the other, their other half. So that, because if you're single, you can just go for whoever. I mean, good luck getting any of them, but you know what I'm saying.
Sometimes it happens. What can
Random
I say?
dudes.
Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Now, you know who else was a really good looking dude that I wanted to actually talk about? I mean, he's still a good looking dude, in my opinion. Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson
As
was a
Qui-Gon,
really good
yes.
looking. Yeah.
Those
He was
eyes.
a really good looking dude. And apparently he will be returning as Qui-Gon Jinn in the Kenobi series. I found that out today. And I was like,
So he'll be a Force ghost, I'm guessing, right?
I'm guessing, let's see, it says it's been revealed by sources with supposed close ties to Lucasfilm that Liam Neeson is going to be reprising his role as Qui-Gon Jinn in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series. This series will be coming to Disney Plus and is being filmed as we speak in the UK, which is basically all shut down. Otherwise, now this is something that we Star Wars fans have been dying to see ever since we saw him first appear and die in the Jedi Master in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The character has appeared in animated form since then, but never in live action, which is a shame. Liam Neeson himself recently admitted in an interview with Collider that he would be up for returning as the character in the Kenobi series. It was an interesting interview in which the Irish actor seemed to play dumb about knowing what was coming up in the Star Wars universe. Blah, blah, blah.
Nina, I got to bounce.
Okay.
Thank you for having me on. That was fun. Justin, dude, if you're available Wednesday or Saturday, let me know. I'd like to have you on the dump.
Sure. DM me right now. I think I can make it happen, depending on the time.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
You could find me at Sporky News Podcast Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesday 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Saturday 9:30 we have the dump, and then usually on Mondays we do our Song of Ice and Fire book read. We're rereading the books or doing a theory type thing for Winds of Winter, and that is at 7:30 Eastern also. So thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. Team Nina. Screw you, Steven.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
That was fun. Thank you for having me. And hopefully I can see you on the Expanse one on Sunday, buddy.
Oh my God, it's ending. So season finale, baby. Let's do it.
Big one. All right. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Justin, are you watching The Expanse?
No.
No.
I don't want to.
How dare you?
How many seasons is it? Like 4 seasons?
This is the 5th one. And I just have to say to you.
How dare you?
I can't watch everything. It's so much of it. It's a commitment. That's why I want to stay away from Star Trek, because if I get into it, it consumes my life. I want to be watching all of it. It's way too much. Like Doctor Who, forget about it. Not even gonna.
Don't go near Doctor Who, because it's all gonna end up being shit anyway. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I would still, if I was you, I'd still get into Star Trek, at least some of it, like the Next Generation and stuff like that, or like DS9. But
I'm not offended by it or anything. It's just my grandparents tried to get me into it, and I was like, I already kind of like Star Wars, so I'm like, I want to watch more of that.
No, I understand. I'm not one of those people that I'm not going to force you into watching it. I'm just saying, if you like sci-fi,
yeah.
Recent sci-fi anyways, The Expanse is probably the best one on right now. The other really good one is Raised by Wolves, and that's only one season so far.
Oh, good.
And that
Easy.
one is also produced by Ridley Scott, and he did the first 2 episodes. So it's got a really like hardcore Prometheus vibe and stuff. He directed the first 2 episodes. I'm sorry.
You know what? The next series that I'm probably gonna watch. I'm under not too much peer pressure, because once people say like, "Oh, you got to watch this show, you got to watch that show," I'm like, can't watch all of these shows. Like, I can't do that. Like, I'm watching Dances with Wolves right now. It's actually free on YouTube. So
Dances with Wolves, that's a movie, isn't it?
Yes, it's a
With,
supposedly
Kevin
really
Costner.
good. Peggy, I am definitely into the Orville, but the next show that I'm going to watch is The Boys. I've decided that.
Okay. See, I've never watched The Boys, and I heard season 2 was terrible. So I'm like, I don't want to watch this. The same thing happened with The Umbrella Academy. Like, I watched the first season because I heard from like Gary from Nerdrotic, and like everybody was like, "Oh my god, The Umbrella Academy is so good," and it was good in the first season, and then the second season just, oh my god, like, crash and burn, like with the second season. Scott says The Boys is so freaking good. Okay, so there you go. Apparently,
okay.
We got Taravati saying that Dances with Wolves is amazing. I agree. It's a really good movie.
I'm like 15 minutes into it, so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like 3 hours long. It's a commitment.
It's a long movie. That's a commitment for sure. I agree.
Yeah.
So what do you think of Liam Neeson coming back to the world of Star Wars?
It works. Do you remember this guy who I think what's his name? He made an Obi-Wan Kenobi fan film. He made a Han Solo one. Jamie Costa, and he incorporated Qui-Gon into his short fan film, and I thought it was really good. So yeah, it can work. It makes sense, and it makes sense, watching the end of episode 3. So I'm fine with it, just as long as it's not crap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they can bring him back other than Force Ghost, though. So I feel like he's just gonna come back as a Force Ghost. I don't think it's gonna be like maybe flashbacks.
No, Force Ghost.
But I think it's Force Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of episode 3, Yoda explains to Obi-Wan that he is training for him.
Yes.
So yeah, it makes the most logical sense. We're not going to be worried if Obi-Wan's going to make it or not, but
yeah,
which is kind of a
Runner says that was a great fan film. Scott agrees. Will says The Boys depends on who you are. If you're a hypercritical type who is hypersensitive to anything, even approaching international PC nonsense, then you pick up on things in series 2. Okay.
Intersectional.
Okay. Intersectional. Yeah, I think it says
intersectional. I don't know what he means by that, but
like super woke stuff.
Well, look, here's the funny thing about this is that you can have a film that's woke, and it can be good. Big surprise.
Yeah.
But if it's incorporated in a series that isn't otherwise, then it's just like, why are you doing this? This sucks.
Name a movie that can be that's woke but also good.
See You Yesterday. It's a time travel movie. You can watch it on Netflix.
Ooh, let me see this. See You Yesterday. I like time traveling stuff. See You Yesterday.
Oh, you'll like this. There's a big surprise cameo at the beginning. So.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check this out. You say this is good even though it's woke.
It's woke. It's imagine like. I mean, do you think like Spike Lee films are bad because they are woke or whatever? They talk about.
Okay, see, that's a great point. I like some Spike Lee movies. Like, for example, I like his Black Klansman. I thought that was really good.
I heard up to the end.
Exactly. Right up to the basically like the 10-minute mark. I was like, You had a perfect movie, man. You had a perfect movie, and then you had to go and spike it. Like you had to go and preach. Just it was like it was so good until like the last 10, 15 minutes. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, why did you do this? It was
Yeah.
it bothered me. Scott says is asking me if I've seen Peaky Blinders. Yes, I love Peaky Blinders. Have you seen that?
What's that? Is it another show?
Yes, it's a show about a gang, a like a Irish gang, in like when is it, like the 1890s or something. It's with Tom. God, what is that guy's name? The guy from Bane. What's his name again?
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy, yeah. Tom Hardy's in it. It's really good.
Okay.
I love that series.
All right. Just for everyone in the chat, don't overhype a TV show, please, unless it's worth it.
Peaky Blinders is amazing, says Titan. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. You know what's weird though? I still haven't seen the 5th season. I got to finish it. I just like I did it, like I overdid it because I like watched like season 1 to 4 in like 2 or 3 nights, and then I was like, I think I need a break. Like I was like, I need a break from Peaky Blinders, and then I didn't go back to it, and I was like, I gotta watch it though. I gotta watch. I will go back. I will go back.
Don't take too long of a break sometimes, because then you'll forget everything.
I know. I was like, I think that's kind of what happened to me too, and I'm like, I kind
that ruins shows for me sometimes.
It
Like,
does.
you've heard of the show The 100?
Yes.
Yeah,
I finished it.
I did. I just skimmed through it the last season. I waited too long, and I'm just like, I forgot everything that happened. So it was all confusing. I was slightly dissatisfied. I don't know. Well, here's a weird one. 13 Reasons Why.
Oh God, I didn't even watch that.
4 seasons. All 4 of them.
I can't believe there's 4 seasons of that.
Season 1, good. Season 2, crap. Season 3, well, it wasn't complete crap, but it was like annoying and frustrating. And it's like, they don't know what they want to do. And you have good, like you want to like have all these social issues be brought up, but you don't commit to any of them. You don't have the balls to go all the way through.
Justin, you bother me because you're telling me you can't watch everything, and then you go and watch fucking 13 Reasons Why. Watch The Expanse, man. Seriously.
I'll watch it after The Boys.
That's good fucking sci-fi, man. If you like sci-fi, if you don't like sci-fi, then don't watch it. Because it's like, it's very hard sci-fi. It's not like, wizards in space sci-fi. It's like, there's hard science involved in that shit. Like it's legit. It's a legit sci-fi series.
Well, look, the only reason why I started watching or continued watching 13 Reasons Why is because I already watched the first season, and I'm just like, I'm just going to see this through. And you know what? I enjoy hating it a little bit. I really do.
It's a guilty pleasure. I understand.
Well, I'm just like, I gotta see this through. I gotta see how bad can it get?
I understand. Yeah. I understand that. It's like watching a car accident. You can't turn away from it.
Yeah, it's just can't wait for it to happen. It's gonna happen, and there we go.
This I agree with. True Detective is really good. Especially the first one. Man, Matthew McConaughey and what's his name? God, I'm bad at names. The guy from Zombieland, Woody Harrelson. Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. My God, that first season of True Detective was one of the best murder mystery situations that it was freaking really good. It was really good. I really like that. Season 2, kind of sucked. I'm not even gonna lie. Season 2 kind of sucked, but season 3 picked it back up, and that season 3 was good.
Oh, this premise is interesting.
But nothing like season 1. Season 1 was just it was a lightning in a bottle. Will Gentry says intersectional is things like critical race theory, critical gender theory, that kind of stuff. It's agenda
God.
before story stuff. If the all woman scene in Endgame was too much, then The Boys 2 season 2 will bug you.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Justin. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I don't get why the all women shot in Endgame bothered people. Like I don't
It bothered
care.
me.
I didn't care because like everything is some sort of fan service, and this is just one of them, and I don't give a shit. Like that's just me though. It I don't know. It's like you get it. You get everything, I guess, in that movie. It's the last one, so.
I didn't like it because I don't like it when people try too hard. This is what I was talking about Nolan last time or earlier in the stream. I don't like it when I don't like it when people try too hard. So it's like that scene with all the women in the middle of this battle, and then they're all like there in the same shot, and it's like, we're women. I was like, you don't really need to do this. Like, this was not. It wasn't authentic. Like, so because it didn't feel authentic, it felt really like out of the loop of what was going on, and therefore it stood out. So that's why I didn't like it. Like, that scene really bothered me. I was like, ugh. And then you had like Gwyneth Paltrow, and she's like all kick-ass all of a sudden, and I was like, you're not Iron Man anymore. Like, your powers were taken away. Like, how are you kicking ass? Like, you make no sense. Your character makes no sense in this fight. Like, you shouldn't even be here.
Why? When did she ever put on an Iron Man suit?
Like in 3 or something? Like when she was being... I don't remember Iron Man 3, but I heard somebody say something about how she was almost Iron Man, but that didn't happen. But you know what I'm talking about.
That makes no sense. But hey, like, you know what? I think it's mostly just, you can take a lot of frames of Endgame and just make it a poster. Like, I would not mind a poster of all the females. I don't care. Like, it's fine. It just doesn't bother me as much as it does other people. It may not make sense.
Good, that's good. I like that it didn't bother you, because it's like, like, whatever, you like what you like. Maybe you like season 2. That's how what Will described though there is how I felt about the Umbrella Academy, because I was like, okay, the Umbrella Academy, like, just like, it was so good in season 1, and then they just went totally like, oh, let's deal with, like, because it came out the same time as the whole Black Lives Matter thing was happening too. So they were like, let's deal with, racism in the 60s. Let's deal with, like, like, all these different things. And I'm like, why are you cramming this shit into this sci-fi fantasy thing that people actually enjoy? Like it talked about like a gay marriage, or a straight marriage being broken up by a gay character who ended up basically being a homewrecker. Like, it was just like really bad. Like, I was like, this is terrible. I don't know why people are doing this, but I don't know. It really bothered me.
That's weird. Yeah, you can't just shove all that shit in there. And that's what I'm talking about. If something is just woke in of itself, and it's it's a singular creation, if it's not like making James Bond a woman, like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't. Yeah, Elliot Page.
I heard oh my god, I heard that like the new Bond series has like a scene where she like goes to talk to M, and she like takes out a tampon like right there. And I'm like, and apparently it was the actress's idea to do this. Like, she was like, I think if it's for empowerment purposes, we should put in this scene where I take out my tampon. And I was like, no woman does this. Like, I don't know why this girl thought this would be a good idea. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm like, this is going to be terrible for Bond. Like, not only are they making it a woman, they're doing that. It's like,
I expect that in an Amy Schumer movie.
Thank you. Exactly.
Are you sure is that real?
Yeah, let me look it up. I will.
I don't believe that. I almost don't believe that.
I know I didn't believe it either.
I can understand baby steps into wokeness or whatever, but to be that drastic, like they didn't even include the. You know what? I'm not gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna say it. They didn't include a tampon scene in 50 Shades of Grey, but they included in a James Bond movie. What the fuck? It's so weird. I don't get it. Where do they get off doing this?
What's the girl's name that's gonna be the new Bond?
The new Bond girl?
Yeah. The new like actual Lady Bond. What's her name?
It's not Tessa Thompson. Let me see. Naomi Harris? No, Phoebe Waller-Bridge? No, that's the screenwriter. Who is it star? Lashana Lynch?
Okay. That's probably her. Okay, hold on. Lashana.
Yeah, she's assigned the 007 number. No. No. No.
Oh my god.
You know, they just did reshoots because there were product placements that were out of date.
What? Say that again? They had to do reshoots because of what?
There were product placements in the movie that are now out of date.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
That's weird.
Yeah. Because the first thing I think of when I watch a 007 movie is the product placements. The Nikes that Bond is wearing, the Coca-Cola that he's drinking. Yeah, that's what I think about.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I can't find this. It's weird because like they buried it. They buried the story, but I think it was true. The only thing I see now is like Bond women and tampons. My reaction is like it's like YouTube videos. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if this is like. Can I even play this? I don't know if I can play this. What the hell is this? This is Mecca.
Mecca made a video?
Yeah, but it just hold on. Talk to the chat for a second.
Hey guys. The car is the only product placement that is important. Yeah, Peggy, you're completely right. You know, literally, like Bond has some of the most iconic cars. It's what was the Aston Martin? Yeah, that makes sense. It's iconic. People buy that just because of James Bond.
It's true, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. That's totally fine. But I mean, like no one cares about whatever suit jacket that he's wearing. No one's gonna. It's like, oh, Mr. Bond, what are you wearing? Like, no one gives a fuck. You can't tell. It's a tux or it's a suit. Who cares? But like everything else is arbitrary. Like his Rolex watch or whatever. Like maybe that. You know, like okay, you put a little Rolex thing in there because James Bond is awesome, and Rolexes are they're fine. But
if you're into watches, people really like those.
Yeah, and people, makes him look fancy, makes him look cool. Everything else is just sort of arbitrary, you know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a difference with the plot. Like, were there just blatant product placements? Like whatever his cell phone was it like the wrong model of iPhone or BlackBerry or what products are now out of date that are so concerning to you? I don't understand.
So weird that like it would be out of date. You know who did product placement right, in my opinion? Seinfeld, because he always they commercialized for Snapple, they commercialized for Coke, like they commercialized for everything, and it was like they just did it really well. It was really nice. And, like, there was one like episode where like Elaine's like, would you like a Snapple? And the guy's like, no, too fruity. Like they did, like they did really like good stuff with because that was in the commercial. It's like Snapple's too fruity or whatever. Like they put that stuff in the in the actual episode.
Like they make fun of it.
Yeah, but it was a good thing because Seinfeld, like you wanted to be made fun of by Seinfeld at the time. Like, please put us in your show because everybody was just, was like, it's really famous.
Zoidberger makes a good point. The Junior Mint.
Junior Mint. I love that episode. And hello, Zoidberger. I don't think I've ever seen you here. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
I love Seinfeld. It's probably one of my favorite shows of all time.
My grandpa's been watching it for 30 years. Probably, it's 30 years? Yeah, something like that.
I've been watching it for not as long because I'm not as old as your grandpa, but at least 15, 20 years. I've watched that show probably like, I'm not even joking, like all the way through at least 40 times. Like
He's watched it more than you.
Yeah, probably. But I know lines from the show. Like that's how many times I've watched it.
We're living in a society. We're supposed to act in a civilized way.
That's my only clip. I have to get more of those.
Was that the Chinese restaurant?
Yes, it was. No, I'm not as old as a grandpa. Well, maybe because I'm according to some people, like Fatal J, I'm a time traveling alien. So no one knows how old I really am.
Are you an alien?
Dun dun dun. I don't know.
You got to get that clip now. You know who also did, going back to what we were saying earlier, who did product placements really well was Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was a good show, too.
Yeah. You know what's really sad is like when you watch a movie and then you're like, that's product placement. Like when they're randomly talking about Olive Garden and Sonic, I'm like, why? Why are we talking about Olive Garden? Fuck that. No, I want to watch Sonic, not... This is ridiculous.
Peggy Oak says, wonder what tampon company got the gig. Yeah, I'm still trying to find this. This is a real thing, okay?
Tampax.
This is a real thing. Bond, Ashana Lynch. They've buried this story.
Okay.
But it happened. It's like, I haven't dreamed it. I know I haven't dreamed it.
I found it. So let me see if I can bring that up here. I found the quote that you're talking about. It's really strange. So yeah. I have it highlighted here. So I think this is Lashana Lynch. No, thank you. Lynch told The Hollywood Reporter that creating her Bond character was about working with the two to shape a real woman. I didn't want someone who was slick. I wanted someone who was rough around the edges and who has a past and a history and has issues with her weight and maybe questions what's going on with her boyfriend. We had one conversation about her maybe being on her period in one scene and maybe at the beginning of the scene. And I spoke to Carrie about this, throwing her tampon in the thing. Why? Oh, and nothing else after that. That's
nothing else after, and they buried the story now. And I'm telling you, like the one that I read, she had it like all planned out. She was like, yeah, I'll be talking to M and then I'll pull out my tampon and throw it in the trash. And I'm like, no one does this. Women do not do this. We do not take our tampons out in front of other women. It's not a thing, okay? And I don't care if you're trying to say like, we're trying to empower women or whatever. That does not empower women. Women's time of the month is a very private thing, and we definitely don't like supposed? Yeah, you know.
No, only when necessary.
It's gross.
Yeah. No thanks.
Christy says it's stabby time. Have fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's coming up. I'm gonna have to get over there after this.
Yeah.
Which
people,
which server are we gonna be on? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Probably Kai's.
Oh, okay.
Because we go and we stab each other. For those of you who are wondering what that means, we play Among Us, and Christy likes to stab people. Peggy says it's funny that growing up, I would never really have noticed product placement, but I watched Studio 60 and they discuss how to do it without being intrusive, and now I notice it's so obvious. Yeah, I mean, a lot of shows do it now because they don't want to pay, but they want to get paid, so they just kind of, they do that so that they can make more money.
They'll do it on. Sometimes it's because the studio or like whoever's working on it are kind of worried about, maybe the movie won't be successful or make money, so that's the way to make it to recuperate some of the production losses, and so it's profitable. Like there was I kid you not.
I'm laughing at Bones' comment. I'm sorry. Gross. That's so gross.
Okay. What was it listening to?
Ew.
What did you think you were going to find?
That's so weird.
Is it like one of those hidden mic things? You got like the microphone sticking out. It won't work.
Oh my god.
There's gonna be too much ruffling and shit. Like
that
no.
Sounds like no. Oh my god.
Where would it even be like the string at the end? What? No, that doesn't work.
That's terrible.
That's awful. Terrible. I can't believe you gave me that imagery.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Bone. Thank you so much for that. Jackalman says, or vag yeast champagne. What the hell? Oh, that is so gross.
God.
What? Clay says, I can't eat dinner now. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you so very much. I shouldn't have brought this up. This is my own fault.
Wow, the whole yeast thing. It doesn't make bread. Like, what? That's not what it means.
Oh, my God. Will says, well, it's a safe place for a mic. Chances are it would get missed in a bathtub.
Yeah, but you won't be able to hear anything because the mic will be, ruffling. It's like ruffling on your shirt, but it wouldn't work. It's not a good plan. I don't know.
Caravati says nobody has got their Red Wings yet. Oh my God.
What does that mean?
God.
What does that mean?
It's a girl thing.
Explain. I want to know now.
If you...
Do I want to know?
I don't know if you want to know. I'm not explaining. Go ask your mom, Justin.
I'm not asking my mom that. Somebody explain it to me in the chat, please.
Somebody in the chat, explain it to Justin. Companies have... I'm sorry, but that's funny. Stunt Red says companies have contracts with TV film producers and pay huge money to have their products placed in the shot, like in commercial. Yeah, Seinfeld pretty much started the whole thing. I didn't, Christy. I didn't. I've learned my lesson. I didn't say it.
Say what?
Explaining it.
Oh.
She's like, do not say it. I'm like, I'm not saying it. That's why I'm like, go ask your mom.
Christy, I'll ask you, and you can explain it to me.
You can ask Christy in Discord.
Okay. Will do. By the way, going back to the product placement thing, at my old internship, we literally had to, there was a script where we had to mark down every single instance where there could possibly be a product placement.
Wow, really?
Meticulous notes. That's what we did for like 110-page script. Every single solitary moment, underline it, circle it. Like it was ridiculous. And then we had to digitally do it, and yeah.
That's crazy. The Unwanted says a flash drive disguised as a tampon. Yeah, but like,
no,
you don't have to use it.
No, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm getting uncomfortable. Leave me alone. I was an innocent boy until this.
Oh my god. Cavatinho says oral mango, and she's not done with her monthly yet. Justin, wow, gotcha.
Wow, what?
I don't know.
What am I wowing you about?
I think they're wowing you for not knowing what that means. I don't know.
I don't know.
Shane G says, don't think flash drives react well to moisture. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think they do either. But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to use it. I mean, it might be a good undercover. Oh my God. I know, Christy. This is getting away from me.
All right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
All right. You do that.
I'll be right back.
You do that. So, damn, I can't believe people are giving you such a hard time. Pepper, how can you not know?
I'm not a chick. That's why. I don't ask when someone says, "Oh, they're on their period." I don't ask any more questions except for one: when does it end?
No. Yeah, that's a good question to ask. Oh, okay. I'll read this to him when he comes back from the bathroom. Maybe he's changing his tampon. I'm just joking. Yeah. So what else is going on with you guys in the chat? Since I basically talked about everything I had planned, which is the Matrix new title, which is Resurrections now apparently, and we talked about poor young man Screech and Dustin Diamond passing away, which was really sad. He died. It was so fast. Like, just he had cancer in like 3 weeks, like just gone. That's crazy. And of course Qui-Gon returning. So we talked about all that stuff. If you guys want to talk about something else, put a topic in the chat and we'll keep discussing. Scott says it doesn't matter. Some guys like it. Oh, that was at Justin Popper. We'll wait for him to come back. Oh my God. I don't know if I want to highlight any of these. Yeah, he passed away. It's really sad. He died in like 3 weeks, man. It was just tragic. Here, let me just, yeah, it was crazy. He just passed away, like, because of, so Dustin Diamond, a former child actor who found fame on the enduring NBC Saturday morning sitcom Saved by the Bell, was struggling to find work in later years, died Monday in Florida. He was 44. He basically died of cancer. Let me just, the representative Diamond, Roger Paul, confirms the death, said that the cause was this, and that Mr. Diamond died in the hospital. So like it was a really advanced form of cancer, and he died in like 3 weeks. Like they found it 3 weeks ago, and then he passed away. So that, yeah, it was sad. It was sad, and I really like his performance, and I know he was kind of like a tortured soul, but it's always sad when somebody like passes away like that.
Yeah.
You have a couple comments you before you left.
Wowing at the product placement.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And also this one.
Some guys like what?
I don't know. Something to do with
the
other thing.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, I did kind of want to talk about Screech a little bit more, just because
Yeah, let's do
we
that.
got Kelly Kapowski, as always, has been distracting me. So
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about Screech a little bit more. I really enjoyed his performance in Saved by the Bell. He wasn't my favorite character,
No.
but I still thought like he was a really cool character though. Like at the time, I thought he was.
I will say he was the most committed to doing that role out of all of the cast members. He was in like spin-off series, like he was in almost, I think he was the only one who was in every single episode. Like the only one. Like he even did like this other stupid show called what was it, The New Class or something, which apparently had 7 seasons. How did that go on for 7 seasons?
Wow.
Saved by the Bell, The New Class, from 93 to 2000. Yeah, and I guess Mr. Belding and Screech were the only ones that were there the whole time. And they had like a bunch of new people throughout each of the seasons. So, yeah. I don't know.
Runner says there was some set photos leaked for the new Thor movie coming out. Not that I really care.
Yeah, there was just one with just Thor and Chris Pratt just chatting. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, whatever.
I heard like Thor's going back to like having long hair or something, which is nice because I like Thor with long hair. But going back to Screech, I liked Screech as I thought he was committed to. And that's crazy that show lasted so long. I mean, that's insane.
A show that you didn't even hear of, really.
Well, I heard about it. I didn't know like it went on for that long, though. That's
I thought it was just a couple seasons. No, it went on. It lasted almost, if not longer than the original.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How do you do that? And I haven't seen the revival. Is that any good or?
No, I haven't seen it. I've actually heard good things. You know what was good though, Justin? Because you mentioned 90210 earlier.
I did not. That was Scott.
Oh,
but go ahead though.
Do you like 90210?
I don't. I'm not familiar with it. I know that it exists.
Oh, then you won't care then. But the new 90210 reboot was good. Like because you know how like they're rebooting everything, but they kind of did it really funny because it was about the actual cast playing themselves. So it was like, Jason Priestley played himself, and like the chick that played Kelly, like they all played themselves. So. And it's like about them trying to make this reboot. Like, so they did it in a really interesting way.
Oh, yeah. It was very meta. You mean?
Yeah, it was meta. It was cool.
That's like one of the few ways to really do that. Unless you can take it seriously, but then it's like, it can get weird sometimes, Because
actually talking about Seinfeld, that's kind of how Larry David did it. Like the Seinfeld reunion happened on season 8 of Your Enthusiasm, and I thought it was brilliant. Like I loved it. I mean, I would love to see like a more like a Seinfeld reunion kind of thing, kind of like the way it's happening with Friends. But at the same time, I was happy to get whatever it is we got with Curb, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, but I kind of cheated because I just I just skipped ahead. I don't know any of the context or why it led up to that point.
That's terrible because then you won't know why that things happened the way they did. Like, why?
But I gotta watch like 8 years worth of.
It's worth it because it's so good. Like, it's so funny.
You know what? There's something very amusing about Larry David being miserable that I find to be very pleasant to me because I'm not him.
You will really enjoy Curb because that's exactly what it's about.
I've watched the first season, I think, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's. I
I
mean,
had more time to watch shows.
better. I feel like that show gets just better and better. Like as the seasons go by. But then like the 10th season, like the most recent one, wasn't as good as like his previous ones.
Wasn't there a few years in between?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like the one. I like his wife who has that.
Cheryl.
Yeah, she kind of looks like she is in Whoville or something. Was she in The Grinch? She looks familiar. I don't know.
I don't know what she was in.
Okay. But yeah. I like her. She's funny.
She is funny. They're all very funny.
Yeah, Jeff Garlin is in it a lot. Who
In the new one, like in the new season, I don't want to spoil too much for you because if you ever watch it, but
okay.
I'm just gonna say a little one. But in the new one, Jeff Garlin gets mistook for Harvey Weinstein.
Oh no.
It's exactly like him.
What? That is so mean. Imagine just like Larry just gives the script to Jeff and he's like, what?
The new season is basically all about him getting Me Too'd and stuff. Like it's really good. It's good.
That's brilliant. That's very brilliant.
Yeah. And it's only Larry David can pull it off. Like it's like one of those things where like if it was anybody else, it would not be acceptable.
Fall flat. And,
it would not work. And people would just be like, "Oh, you're a sexist." Like this is. But
the way he does it, just wasn't that like right after too? Like in the midst of it?
It was in the midst of it. Like right in the smack middle of it.
That was tough.
Oh my god!
I got a little bit of shit because somebody said their favorite comedian was Louis C.K. at that time, and he's like, "Well, I guess it's not really cool to say." I'm like, I don't care. You like a comedian, I'm not going to judge you for it. It's not like you did anything. And you like what you like, and don't let anybody be ashamed.
Will's asking if they're actually doing a Friends reunion show or not. They are. It's just been delayed because of the coof. But they started filming and everything, and then it's delayed.
I don't think it's a real Friends reunion.
No, it is. It is. They all all the cast on board. They all promoted it on their Instagrams. Like we're all coming back. Like it's a whole thing, and it was about to start shooting, and then the coof happened, and they shut the studios down. So I
thought they said it was unscripted though.
It's scripted and everything. It's gonna be on HBO.
So that it's just a one-time like hour or two long.
No, I think it's like a mini series. Like I think it's like a few episodes, like 4, maybe 6 or 7 episodes.
Are they gonna include like you've seen like well, maybe not seen it. No, not many people did. The Joey spinoff.
Oh God, I watched like a few episodes of that, and then I was like, I'm out.
You know what? The thing is, like, I wanted to like it, and I think it was starting to pick up. If you like got to season 2, I'm like, okay, I can see where you go. And then maybe like they tried to make it like, what was it? Frasier. It wasn't quite, they didn't get the character right. None of the other friends were there. Yeah, it's just like, he's not going to call his friends ever, just say like, hey, I'm doing well. Would it kill you to have a scene with that? It's like they wanted to separate it and be its own thing. I'm like, no, Joey cares about his friends.
Yeah.
He's good with women. He's not, he's not that stupid. So it's just like,
I actually feel like Joey was kind of like they did kind of pull like a Homer Simpson on him,
a little bit,
where he got like stupider and stupider and stupider as the seasons went on, because he wasn't that stupid from the early days. Like he was a pretty decent guy and like had some smart moments, and then he just became like a total fucking like, he was a mimbo. Like by the end of it, he like had no brain. I was like.
Yeah, he was like a caricature,
He was. He really was. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve. It's good to see you. I'm doing okay today.
My sandwich.
My sandwich. You know what? I think Ross was so much more annoying than Joey. Have you ever seen like? You ever seen when you take away the laugh track and you just hear Ross, you're just like, ugh, stop.
Well, I've never done that before.
Yeah, there's something on YouTube where they just take out the laugh track when he's like, "Hi guys," and it's like, damn, I don't want to be around you, you rain cloud.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's miserable all the time.
Have you ever watched I've watched like Seinfeld bloopers though on YouTube? Have you ever watched those? Those are fun.
Oh yeah. I watched there was one. I was bored one night and apparently Don Rickles was on some TV show that didn't last very long, and there is an hour video of him doing bloopers and just like making fun of everybody. I love bloopers. I love things like that.
Too.
Like when people like break, character and they're just like, oh God.
That's actually something I really miss about today's comedy movies. Like you know how like they used to end the comedy movies with blooper reels and stuff? They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, Pixar used to do that a couple of times. I think they did it with Toy Story 2, although like next part of it.
Like a cartoon though. Like I'm talking about like actual movie
actual
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like remember how like when this like the scene
Yeah.
like what's it called? The credits are running and then
Yeah.
they would put, like the blooper reel. Like
Just in the
nobody ever
corner.
does that anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
They should do that.
can you imagine what if they did this with Endgame? Imagine if they had a blooper reel of every single movie with Endgame, so you would watch the entire credits and not just be bored with the names.
I would have loved that. Like I would, yes. See, that's smart. That's smart. And also, Peggy agreed with you. If they had gotten into season 2 and started bringing people in as it went on, it might have been more successful.
Yeah, you can't just ignore, like, if I move like across the country, I don't stop talking to my friends.
Yeah, that's weird. You know what show Joey did or Matthew
LeBlanc?
Yeah, Matthew
Episodes?
LeBlanc, should I say? Yeah, episodes. Have you seen that?
I've seen a little bit of it, and he just acts like an asshole the entire time.
He is. He acts like himself. That's supposed to be who he is.
Perfect.
It was
It's
great.
so good. He's a nice dude in real life, but like kind of like how he's just a prick.
I love that show. I thought that was great. And then they had like when they were making fun of like Ross and like what's his name?
David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer trying to like make money too, and they go to that like the party for like the Sikh guy like in the Emirates or whatever, and like Joey runs into him like Matt.
I didn't. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to watch it now. Like the rest of I only watched the pilot.
Oh, you've only watched the pilot? Oh, dude, it's good.
It was a long time ago. Okay, maybe The Boys is going to be next for the time being. I'm gonna have to just watch episodes.
Shane Nolan says episodes is good. Yeah, I liked it. I thought that was clever. Like I like when showrunners do clever things, and I thought that was clever.
You know why? Because it doesn't happen anymore. It's just like, oh wow, a good idea that people will laugh at.
Yeah,
gee, what a concept.
What a concept.
Yeah.
Zoidberger says those Seinfeld bloopers show how much Michael Richard is dedicated to his act. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they make fun of that in Seinfeld because they're like, he's kind of crazy and he's like his character steals the raisins.
Oh, wow. He's just so eccentric and just, and George is just so neurotic, and Elaine she's her own type of crazy.
I'm like Elaine. I feel like it's so weird because when the
hair. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not just the hair, it's the personality. Like I used to do the Get Out thing and I'd never even seen Seinfeld. So like when I first met my husband, like I'd be like, get out. And I'd hit people. And so when I first met my husband, when we started dating, I'd never watched a single episode of Seinfeld. So he was like, and we met, and I remember like I like hit him once, and I was like, "Get out of here!" And I hit him really hard, and he was like, "Damn, like stop like doing the Elaine thing." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Who's Elaine?
Yeah, who the hell is Elaine? Like I have no idea what you're talking about. And he was like, "You need to watch Seinfeld." So he started getting me into Seinfeld. And I was like, oh my God, this character is based on me. Like I am her. Like this is weird. And like she had curly hair and everything. And I was like, this is who I am. You know what's weird is like the first episode of Seinfeld I ever watched happened to be the backwards episode.
I don't remember that one.
The one that they go to Sue Ellen Mishke's wedding in India, and it starts like backwards and it goes from the end to the beginning.
I have not seen. There's a couple seasons that I never got on DVD at the time, so I just never saw them. There's a little bit of a gap, like where they end up going to California for some reason, and I'm just like, I'm missing. Oh,
you're missing everything. You gotta watch it.
There's a couple of there's like 1 or 2 seasons that I'm missing. Everything else I've seen, but man. I guess I just never got those, so I can never find them.
Steek says George's dad and Kramer lawyer wins. Yeah, I love George's dad. Jerry Stiller is a freaking comedic genius, man. I love Jerry Stiller. And he was great also in King of Queens.
I thought he was in Everybody Loves Raymond.
No, he was in King of Queens.
Who was in Everyone Loves Raymond then?
I don't know.
Huh. Maybe was he in both?
Maybe he was in both. I don't think he was in Everybody Loves Raymond. I don't see him as casted, but he was in King of Queens, and he was freaking good. Like it was so funny. E. Clay is asking me if I dance like Elaine. No, that's the one thing I don't do like Elaine. I actually know how to dance. I took dance lessons when I was a kid, so I know.
The best dancer is Carlton. That's all I'll say.
I can do the Carlton pretty well. That's
You're gonna have to make a video of you doing that.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's not gonna happen.
Please.
No.
Everyone would love it.
16-bit mascot says, I love the bit that they're trying to write a sitcom about themselves. So I came up in the door and you say, hi. That's good. Yeah. You say hi. And I say, what's up? What is up? That's good. Oh man, those are what a good show. Such a good show. I love Seinfeld. Hi, Polly. Latino Slant is
What's up,
here.
Polly? How you doing?
Hi. Bye, Peggy. Take care. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's just such a good show. Such a good show.
Yeah. Once again, we've deviated from Saved by the Bell a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Hey, because he died of cancer. It's sad. Saved by the Bell was an all right show. And
why did people like obsess over it? Like, you know what? I gotta say though, Saved by the Bell had one of the most obnoxious studio audience that I've ever heard on a track. Like, I know that that's real. Like, because it's just like I feel like they just put teenagers in there. Like it just like a bunch of like 14-year-old girls who are screaming about Zach and Mario, and I know his name's not Mario in the show. I don't really clear like Slater. I don't give a shit. He's Mario Lopez. By the way, there was an interview with Dustin Diamond that Mario Lopez conducted, and I'm like,
he did.
Is no one else gonna? Because Mario Lopez became some sort of journalist. Like I don't know. He works for like E. Or something.
He did. He's like one of those. Yeah, that's exactly what he is. He works for E.
Why? Like, why? Like, I don't know. And now he's just kind of like, I don't hate him, but I'm just like, he seems very fake nowadays. And in that interview, he didn't seem very genuine. I'm just like, this is your castmate. This is supposedly one of your friends. I guess he just, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that like the last time I heard about Dustin was when he was getting arrested because he stabbed somebody, and I was like, "What?" And then I heard about him today, and I was like, "He died?" Like, this is so weird. Like, it was just so weird.
You know what? He died in a way that I didn't expect.
Yeah,
like terminal
so unexpected
cancer. Like,
yeah, within 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks. Like they found it. 3 weeks. He's gone. Like it was just so fast.
Yeah.
I freaking hate cancer, man. Like cancer is terrible.
I don't know, man. That's just that it bothers me a little bit. I like, you know what? I was that kind of person who just like, I don't really like Dustin Diamond. I don't really like Screech. What sucks is that he's never going to now have that moment where he has any sort of comeback, any sort of revivalry of his career. He's just kind of like, that's it, and it's awful. Because everyone likes a good redemption story.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of like actually the dude that played Iron Man. What's his name?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. He had a redemption situation because he was like a total coke addict weirdo back in the day.
He was just in the 80s.
That wasn't in the 80s. That was like in the 90s, right before.
It was in the 80s.
Well, no, man, no. He was into that shit right before Iron Man. Like he cleaned up his act basically once he got that that whole Iron Man situation. Because before that, he was messed up.
Well, it started in the 80s, and then he just kept partying, and
didn't stop.
And then Chaplin happened, and yeah, he's got an Oscar nomination. Good for you. I guess it just it gets to you sometimes, but yeah, that's the perfect redemption story.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a really good redemption story because he was he was messed up. Will Gentry says, Justin, washed up actors go into showbiz journalism so that they can stay in Hollywood.
In the glamour circle. Wow.
That's true.
Man. True. Yeah, that's why Mario. I know that it's somewhere in Mario there is a real person, but I'm kidding. No, I don't know. It's just for some reason when he does that, when he's like, reporting like entertainment news, like, oh, look at this, or like, I have a feeling he just is doing it for a paycheck, and I just kind of see that.
No, I see it too. I agree. And like the fact that he's like in the news Saved by the Bell now, well, they all are.
Except Screech.
Well,
was he not invited to join, or what's up with that?
I think he was supposed to be in it, wasn't he? I don't know. Now I don't think he was. Yeah, I don't know if he was.
And now that they're just probably just like, well, shit, now we can't do this anymore.
No, I think he wasn't going to be in it anyways. I think it's because he had all these problems. Not the cancer, but like the other issues.
Yeah, well, no one knew about it. So yeah, everybody reprised their roles except for Screech, and Mr. Belding wasn't in it? Why not?
I don't know. I'm not watching it, so I have no idea.
You know what? I kind of want to watch. Oh, it's on Peacock. Is that free or something? Then I'll watch it.
I have no idea. I don't even know what that is.
Peacock sounds so stupid.
I'm sorry about your friend's father, Stieg. That sucks. Brain cancer. That sucks. That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no, Mr. Belding didn't die.
Will says, well, if he does, it would be one hell of a comeback. Will, that was
Well, I mean, it's a little morbid.
Sneak said Mel Gibson helped Downey clean up. I didn't know that. Is that true? I didn't know that.
Well, Mel Gibson had a setback, but he seems to be doing just fine.
He seems to be coming back too, though. Like there's another comeback story.
I don't think he ever left.
He did. He was labeled a total anti-Semite weirdo.
Look what it did. Nothing. He's fine.
No, but it did though. Like it's been 20 something years. He hasn't been around. He didn't do like. When was the last time you saw him in a movie before Fat Man? And now he's doing Fat Man, and now he's doing the new Lethal Weapon. Like what happened? It's been like 15, 20 years. Nobody would go near him. And Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen got ruined for the same thing.
Oh, Charlie Sheen's a little different. Yeah. Charlie Sheen, Jesus, what's the last thing he's been in? Yeah, like well, I mean, he's is dealing with AIDS and whatnot, so yeah.
He is? I didn't know he had AIDS.
Oh no, he was actually diagnosed in 2011, just didn't say anything, and that's when he went really off the rails.
Oh, really?
That's
I
what he
didn't know
mentioned.
that.
Yeah, when he said tiger blood, I guess that's what he meant. I don't know.
Oh.
He hasn't been working in a few years.
That is weird. Oh, okay. Steve just sent me this video. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Can I play this and not get hit though? I hope so.
I'm bracing myself.
Oh no, it's to do with Mel Gibson and Rob Downey Jr. It's not bad. Let's see.
Actually, I asked Mel to present this award to me for a reason, because when I couldn't get sober, he told me not to give up hope, and he urged me to find my kid. It didn't have to be his or anyone else, as long as it was rooted in forgiveness. And I couldn't get hired, so he cast me in the lead of a movie that was actually developed for him, and he kept a roof over my head, and he kept food on the table.
Wow.
Importantly, he said that if I accepted responsibility for my wrongdoings, and if I embraced that part of my soul that was ugly, hugging the cactus, he calls it, he said that if I hugged the cactus long enough, I'd become a man of some humility, and that my life would take on a new meaning. And I did, and it worked. All he asked in return was that someday I help the next guy in some small way. It's reasonable to assume that at the time he didn't imagine the next guy would be him.
That's hilarious.
Or that someday was tonight.
Oh my God.
So anyway, on the special occasion and in light of the recent holidays, including Columbus Day, I humbly ask that you join me, unless you are completely without sin, in which case you picked the wrong industry, in forgiving my friend his trespasses, offering him the same clean slate you have me, and allowing him to continue his great and ongoing contribution to our collective art without shame. He's hugged the cactus long enough.
Wow. How long ago was this?
Wow. When did that come out?
Let's see. This was it was posted in 2011.
Wow.
It doesn't say what year the video from, but I'm guessing 2011.
That is a good friend.
That's crazy. I'm saving this for later, just so I have.
I kind of, you know what? Send me that too, because I kind of need that. And that's very interesting. There have definitely been some people who have done some they've said things that weren't that great, or there were misunderstandings even in this community. But like, if you're somebody's friend, you don't just abandon them. I mean, maybe you're like, oh well, yeah, go away for a little bit, but after a while, it's just like, is this really like still a big deal?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Like, if you're somebody's real friend, if you're a real person, you'll have their back.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have disagreements here and there, and then you'll be like, get away from me for like a while. And then you come back because you're like.
Well, not only that, I'm just like, if it's something on this level where you like really fuck up, not that, I mean, not too many people in this community have done, really. But anyways, like, what are we supposed to just cancel them forever? It depends on what you do.
Yeah, it depends. It all depends. Context matters.
Yeah, and I guess it's just like there's a limit where you're like, okay, you go away for a while and that's it. But then eventually it's just like, what, do you still hate them for that? Like come back to the light.
Come back to the fold.
Well, you've been like, I don't know, you've served your sentence or whatever. I don't know.
Mhm.
But like, if you're really somebody's friend, that never happens at all. So I don't know. If someone's hurt, that's one thing. But man, Robert Downey Jr., Mel Gibson, wow.
That's a true friendship, man. That's crazy.
Seriously, like, especially when you're like everyone is just like shaming you. Like, you really find out like when you're in that position who your real friends are.
It's true, especially when you lose money too, because that's when you really
You
find
lose
out
money, you lose your your
status and
your you lose your status, you lose a lot of friends. It's a messed up situation, overall. So I mean, I guess it's just, if you really care about somebody, you'll be there. So I think I've said that about, I've said it about 4 or 5 times, but I can't emphasize that enough.
No, I agree with you. Zero Rewind says the issue that no one talks about considering celebrities is that their temptations are on an entirely different level than ours. They're not easy to resist, and the consequences are horrible.
It depends. It depends. You'll definitely get free drugs.
Yes.
People will take advantage of you. People will be fan leechers, essentially. They'll just hang out with you for the sake of it. I mean, it's, how rare it is for like, a celebrity to like make a genuine friend. Like how, like, even if it's like if it's not a celebrity though, especially like if it's just a regular person who's not.
But that's why that's actually one of the reasons I love Curb, because it's funny, because it shows that like people who are celebrities, they really can't be friends with outside people, like because of like how they do live on that different level. Like they can't really be friends with normal people. They're just incapable of it.
Yeah, because
they're
just relatable.
No, there's nothing relatable. They're in a totally different sphere.
Right. And the only regular people they can be friends with are people that they were already friends with beforehand.
Yes, exactly. Or people who are there, or people they're paying to work for them, basically.
Well, they're also being paid, but even they're not always reliable. They'll always leak stuff.
That's true.
Like, when's the last time Matthew McConaughey has made a real friend? Like, just by chance meeting. Or Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't know, but I know Leo has major problems with women. That guy is like really weird.
I don't think he has any problems. I think he's doing quite well for himself.
No, but I mean, like he's not like a one woman man. Like he's just like he can't settle down. Like he's one of those dudes. Yeah, and he's got like major mommy issues. Like he took his mom to the Oscars.
What's wrong with that?
Dude, like, no. Like, you take your wife to the Oscars with you, but he doesn't have a wife. So he's like, I'm going to take you, mommy. Even though I'm, like, in my 40s and, like, I'm a grown-ass man.
You know what? Sometimes it's not that bad. Like, I would say, like, if I was single and I somehow got an invitation to the Oscars, I'm going to invite my grandmother. I guess that's sweeter, I guess.
Oh, that's sweeter. The grandma is okay. That's different.
I don't know. You can only have a grandma. She's going to be, I believe she's 77 years old.
Bill says there's nothing wrong with taking your mother to the Oscars. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it. I'm just saying that
maybe
the dude.
Go ahead.
No, he's not a one woman man. He goes from one very young woman to another.
Very young.
And yeah, exactly. And he just kind of trades up all the time. And that's okay. That's okay.
Well, maybe because none of them are meaningful to him. Like maybe he's in between women and he's just like, I have no one to take. I'm not gonna just not take no one to the Oscars. I'm not gonna show up stag. No, I'm gonna take my mother. Just like a lot of these. She's never been before, maybe. So why not?
I think he's a mommy's boy. That's all I'm gonna have to say.
Why do you
about
say that? I don't get that impression
He
at
just
all.
seems like that. He just seems like a mama's boy.
That's
Which is fine. Like you can be a mama's boy. That's okay.
I don't even know. I don't get that vibe. I don't know how you get that. Maybe my intuition isn't that great, but
I don't know. I just get it because he's never been in like a serious thing. Like he's just always I think he has women issues, and I think that stems from having mommy issues. Because he can't stay with a woman long enough. Like it's like one of those things.
maybe he just hasn't found the right person.
Maybe that's true.
I don't know. You never know. You just never know, and we probably never will know. But
No, I used to have the biggest crush on Leo though when I was little. Like when the whole Titanic phase and everything came out. I was such a Leo fangirl. I had like an entire wall like above my bed of like Leonardo DiCaprio pictures, like just everywhere. It was like a collage.
Oh, okay. I see. You're jealous.
Oh no, I'm not jealous at all because I like Henry Cavill now. Like I switched too. Like I'm not into him anymore. And he's way too much of an environmentalist for me. I was into him when I was like 13. That's
that's
you know what I mean? Like this it was way long ago. But I would have liked to see him settle down. Like it would have been nice to see him with someone. But
I guess, but you know, I was mostly just busting your balls.
I know. So is Will. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. That's why I invited you on the channel so we can just I don't know.
Yeah, it's a normal struggle.
Yeah. Will says, think about it. He spent his whole life having 10 out of 10 women throwing themselves at him, indulging in those women when he does. So it's normal to struggle to form a cohesive relationship. I agree. I agree with you. I think that is definitely probably something that he's struggled with. And maybe like kind of like to what you were saying, Justin, like he doesn't know who to trust. Like he can't really
you gotta
friendships.
You gotta find if you're a dude, you gotta find the right woman before you hit it big, because once you hit it big, it's over. It's done. You can't you're just gonna have leeches, you know, something will happen, like you'll be like Johnny Depp. Like let's just but that poor man. So that's
oh my god.
Yeah,
that was bad. Zero Rewind says Titanic is the worst movie for men, even worse than The Notebook.
What how do you mean? To sit through?
I guess is it like a horror movie? I don't.
Have you not seen Titanic? What
I've seen both. Like, how is it a horror movie?
Horror movie for because
Kate Blanchett or whatever her name is, like her ass is too big and you can't get on the door. There was enough room on the door.
They established that they couldn't balance it.
Yeah, right. Jack didn't have to die.
Life vest. Why couldn't she give him a life vest?
Jack didn't have to die. There was enough room. She was just a bitch.
You know what? I'm not gonna blame Kate Winslet for that. What did he say? What did he say?
It would be more likely to be mommy issues if he wasn't a celebrity and didn't have 10 out of 10 women throwing themselves at him. If he was normal, he couldn't form relationships then, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I maybe. I don't know. I feel like he has mommy issues. That's why he can't have like real bonds. You know who else has real women issues? Elon Musk. That guy, he's crazy. He goes from and he dated Amber Heard too.
Well, luckily he got out.
Because he was crazy enough to recognize her crazy before it got out of hand. So he got out fast. But he went out with her like right after him and her and Depp broke up.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. But then he like bounced. He was like, "Fuck this."
You know what? Where does she land on the crazy hot?
She's a freaking 20, man. Are you kidding? That bitch
20 on
nuts.
crazy, but yeah, it's to the point where I'm like, look, I'm not gonna lie, Amber Heard's pretty hot, but not worth getting the tip of your finger cut off.
She's not that hot.
She's really hot, but not. She's too crazy. Like she's too crazy. I'm just like
way too crazy.
Yeah, I'm just like that. That's.
I couldn't do it. Yeah, he's talking about the door scene. Okay, yeah. See, I'm telling you, man.
Door scene?
Yeah, there was enough room on the door.
Oh.
Jeremy 5 Russia approved says Nina anti-tree and anti-mom. LOL JK. I love trees. And I love moms. I love my mom. She's probably watching this show right now. She's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" After I finish this show, she texts me like after I like live stream, and she tells me like some of the stuff that I do that are wrong, or like she's like, "Why'd you say that?"
My mom or dad will send me a screenshot that they got a notification.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, well, I just tell them, hey, don't say anything in the chat.
Yeah, I say that to my mom too now, because my mom, like, and she has her full name, and I was like, you need to not have your full name. Like, don't do that. And then she's like, she refused to change it. So I was like, then don't comment in the chat, because I don't want people to know you're my mom.
My uncle has super chatted with his full name, and I had to delete one that revealed my grandparents' name, and I'm like, that killed me a little bit. I'm like, you know what? Come on, bro. All you have to do is just erase your last name, change it somehow.
I feel your name, bro. Because I was like, Mom, please just at least just put like the abbreviation of your last name. Just put the letter. Like, you don't have to have your full last name on there. And she was like, it's my account and I want it on there. I was like, okay. Can't tell you what to do, but don't comment on my channel.
Yeah, my parents understand that. My uncle does not, but I don't care. Like, really, like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, he's not like my dad or anything. So it's like, whatever, it's fine. But like my grandparents, like, I can't blame them really, because they don't know how to change it. Like, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
So Will says the joke was about men hating chick flicks.
I think
and freaking Zero Rewind's like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Well,
it went way over my fucking head. That's what happened right now.
Oh, I wasn't. When they said horror film, I'm like, well, I guess what happened at the Titanic was pretty horrible, but I wouldn't call it a horror film.
Runner says Titanic was overrated like Avatar.
No, Titanic was good. Avatar, lame.
Oh, wow. I agree with both of you. I think that I definitely think Avatar is overrated.
I'd rather watch a live action Smurfs movie.
Oh,
I'll get the same thing.
I like Titanic, but I think it was more at the time, like I said, because I was obsessed with Leo and he was so hot, and I was a Leo fangirl. So like, it was just one of those things. That's why I liked Titanic, and I like, I was a girl, like, romantic movies, like oh my god, like, yay.
And I liked it for a different reason. I mean, yeah, Leo and Kate, they're both good-looking people. I didn't mind looking at them, throughout the movie.
They were right.
Yeah, but I also love looking up facts about the Titanic, and it just appealed to the kind of the history buff in me. And James Cameron was very respectful and didn't have any real names in the movie, because reasons.
I like his sex scene with like the car and like the steam, and how she like puts her hand on the window. Like, that was such a cool shot. I was like, see, this is like a classic, like a classy sex scene. Like, you don't have to make it like they're not doing it in the car and you're not showing it. Like,
Oh, PG-13 boobs.
Yeah, PG-13 boobs. That was great. Like, with the painting.
I don't know how they got away with it. Why did they do that? I don't care.
It was so great. It was so great. It was so acceptable. And like everyone was like, oh, it's like art.
Yeah, it's because he's drawing and
Yeah.
they should have real boobs in that, like not just the drawing.
Oh my God. I
can't believe that survived at the bottom of the ocean. That is probably the most unbelievable.
That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, just like that would have been torn up. But also, like, I'm kind of mad at Old Rose at the end. Spoiler alert.
Oh, I was so mad at Old Rose. I hated that chick.
Well, I didn't hate her, but I was like, you could have donated that Hope Diamond or whatever it was to charity.
Charity, give it to your freaking grandkids. They could be like set for the rest of their lives. She like drops in the middle of the freaking ocean. That girl bothered me. From the door thing to the jewelry thing. God,
I don't blame her. She was a troubled rich girl.
I hate her. Will says, I don't care what anyone says. Amber Heard is worth it.
Whoa.
No.
Didn't she shit the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cut off the dude's finger. And Will says Amber Heard is worth losing a whole finger.
Y'all crazy, man.
Damn, Will. Damn.
Is it really worth it? Like, imagine that happening every single day.
That is not worth it. Chat, is she worth it? Yay or nay? I say the freaking hell nay. No.
Yeah, you know what? That's another instance where I'm just like, I'll go with Brie Larson instead. At least she doesn't shit in my bed and cut off my finger.
And Brie Larson seems kind of nice. Like, she tried to donate money to like these different people. Like,
she's very insecure.
Yeah, I know she's doing some stuff for like COVID relief funds and stuff like that, which I admire. I think that she's doing a good thing because she's rich and she's a celebrity. She should help people. So we got no. Zero Rewind says yay nay.
Yanay.
Yanay. Yanay.
I guess he, she tickles his fancy. So I mean, it's just however much you want to put up with. Is it worth her shitting in your bed and cutting off one of your fingers? Like, is it?
Oh my God. Runner says hell no to Amber Heard.
Runner makes sense.
Yeah, and but you're too young to make these kind of decisions anyway.
No,
just stay away from the crazy, Runner. Just stay away from the crazy.
Stay away from yeah. You're too young to even be thinking about these things.
Will says I clean up shit every day to get to F the psycho. Crazy bitches are the best and bad. They're my kind of freaky. My goodness, Will.
Once or twice or
until they cut off that tip.
Yeah, not a relationship, but I mean,
Zoidberger says Simp's gonna simp.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
true.
Simp! Oh my God.
I had that clip. I was like, might as well play this. But anyways, it's been like 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Oh my God, it's almost been 3 hours.
Yeah, it's almost been 3 hours. I think I'm gonna call it. Thank you, Justin, for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
It was so fun to chat with you and all of you out there. Thank you so much. Justin, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me at youtube.com/JustinProper. And I do a live stream every week called This Week in Bullshit on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a lot of fun. Lorena's going to be on this week. Culture Casino. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. It's a lot of fun. And I cannot wait for Nina to join me one day. I think the only time she joined me was the post Ohio-Michigan after party, which was a lot.
No, I also was on the stream once when you guys were talking about the male, like who's the best looking man? What was it? A man's man.
Bullshit
The
or
man's
something.
man stream. That one.
Yeah, maybe.
Who was the man's man? I was on that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Like, who's a real
Mhm.
man, you know?
Yeah, who's a real man. Mhm.
By the way, I'll tell you the top 5 dudes, like, off air.
Oh.
I didn't know I
my.
didn't know I could mix the two. So
Oh my, I'm very excited about this. So with that said, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Zero Rewind, thank you so much. 16-bit mascot, Jeremy. Just gonna highlight whoever I see here. Taravati, thank you for being here. Will, thank you for being here. Hetty, thank you. Good to see you. Runner, 16-bit, Shane, Zoidberger. Let's see who else. Other people were here at some point. Scott was here earlier. The Grifter. We got Stop Brat. Who else? So many people were here earlier. Latino Stant was here. Tina Bojan was here. Thank you guys so much. That's as far as I can go up on the chat. So thank you. Cavatinho was here too. I saw Cavatinho, Clay. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Kai, of course. You guys are awesome. So yeah, catch me on this channel on Fridays. Wednesdays, I'm on John's channel, John Talks. We talk about politics. Fridays, I do good news. Thursdays, I'm with Lorena, and we do Queen's Council with Christy and them. I don't know whose channel it's going to be on this week. Maybe mine. I'm going to try and see if I can do it. And then Tuesdays and Saturdays on the Rogue Crew. I think the Saturday is still going to be on my channel. So yeah, Rogue Entertainment Saturday on my channel. And yeah, so that's it, you guys. Have a great night and enjoy whatever it is you're going to do next, whether that's going to be a live stream or watching something, whatever. Enjoy it. Love you all. And thanks again for coming to support me. Bye-bye.
Hi, guys.